Right. Okay. That was okay. That transition was okay. Sorry. Welcome everybody to episode 18 of the Aim Down Sights podcast. We've got Nero and we've got Red Wolf Renegade. We are recreating a new intro at the moment because as you are probably well aware, Rhetri has had to take a step back from podcasting. Lots of things happening in his life, but we want to show up and be here for you every week, and we've got an amazing guest to step in for this week. But we'll start off with Wolf. What have you been up to? How are you? And thanks for being on the show. Really excited to have you here.
So many questions to answer. Which one first?
In the order I asked them, and you're like, I don't remember the order.
I don't remember. I have no idea. So let's
ADHD brain, eh?
Oh my god, it's gonna be wild. We're gonna get to zero topics.
Yeah,
I just did the Trump thing by accident. I was like, absolutely nothing terrible. Anyway, so
that was a really good impression, by the way.
Oh, thanks. That was like my first try. Yeah, I've been good. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I am faking it till I make it right now. I had to go to the hospital, not the hospital. No. I had to go to the doctor yesterday after work because my throat started hurting and I started feeling really weird. I never go to the doctor, and so went to the doctor and he looked into my ear hole and he's like, "Bro, I'm gonna throw up on you right now." And I was like, "Please don't do that." And he's like, "Well, I'm not, but what I'll tell you is that your ear is really infected." Yikes. So I'm highly medicated, and so if at any point in the show I pass out, just keep going. I'm fine.
I mean, if your ear falls off at any part of the show, just like stick it back on, get some duct tape or something.
Exactly.
Well. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's not this ear, it's my right ear. It's not my left ear. It's a weird thing. So here I am, happy to be here. I have been playing.
What happens when you always try to be right? Your right ear suffers.
I know. I'm like, I'm going to protect you, so I'm just going to keep this in all the time. And then my right ear, fark you. Oh my god, every single time. That's so good.
Fuck you.
Oh my god, I love fark you.
Fark you the menace, man.
It's so good. He kept doing that on Dave's podcast. You can only see it whenever you have this type of software because I can't see it. I'm just doing the old school OBS way. But anyway, shout out to you, FarQ. But yeah, I've been knee deep in the Zone, aka the Stalker original trilogy, going through each and every one of them, man. And I'm gonna tell you right now, those games, they're so good. They're so old. Okay. They're janky, so you had to mess with them a little bit in the settings to get it just right. They do have full mod support now on console. Not a whole lot of mods, but nothing disables your achievements. So they're slowly starting to roll that out via mod.io. And so I am now I'm about 30 hours in the third and final entry in the Stalker Shadows. Basically it's Stalker 1 trilogy. I'm on the final one now, and just getting so hyped for Stalker 2, and then we got the sad news. So that's what I've been playing mostly, and that in Life is Strange. Strangely enough, that might surprise people, but I'm a huge fan of that series.
Which one?
Life is Strange? Yeah.
So I've already played all of them. I've played and beat all of them before. But a few weeks ago, I was dealing with a tragedy in the family, and that was like rocking my world. And I kept thinking in the back of my head, like, man, I need something to make me feel good. And Life is Strange was right there. So I started with Before the Storm and in order. So if you go to Before the Storm, you go to the bonus episode. It's the very first episode ever when they're like really young. And you get to see how like they grow up, and then you play Before the Storm, and then now I'm finally on Life is Strange 1. And it's just so good. It was just I really just needed it in my life, that feel good vibes.
Definitely.
So yeah, that's what I've been into.
Sorry to hear that there's stuffing happening.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it.
And I definitely enjoyed Life is Strange True Colors. I believe that's the only one I played and actually finished.
Oh man, that was
really good.
Original ones, because I feel like Don't Nod has done some of the Life is Strange series as well.
It is Don't Nod, yeah.
Because they didn't do the
Deck
new stuff,
9,
right? Because they did tell me why. Don't know to tell me why, which wasn't in the Life is Strange universe, but it's like still Life is Strangey.
Right. It is Deck 9 and Don't Nod. So Don't Nod developed it. Deck 9, what's their involvement? I guess they're the publisher? Is that how video games work? I don't know. But hey.
We're on a gaming podcast and we don't understand how video games.
I don't understand.
Like that.
But
it'd be
endorse
like
us.
Endorse us, man. We'll do wonders for your game.
Yeah, throw in some super chats. Tell us how things work.
Better than IGN as well. So.
And better than IGN. Yeah, God, man. IGN.
Don't get me started.
Yeah, I got you.
It's been a minute. We've been off for 2 weeks. Like I had my birthday, and then we had a whole heap of stuff happening last week, so it wasn't ideal. Like I wasn't home to do the show. So been a minute since everyone's seen us. But Nero, what have you been up to, and how are you?
All right. Well, I am good. It is good to be back. I'm kind of like Wolf, man. I've just been winging it through life as well, man. I want to say shout out to Rhetri, man. I love you, brother. Take as much time as you need, man. Family is important, more important than this. Like I said, sorry, and you know what you're going through with your family as well, Wolf. And you know, shout out to Rhetri, man. You know, let's get some. You know, we love you, Rhetris, in the chats or something. You know, make them smile, man. You know, so you know we're gonna continue to hold it down. But me, man, I've been playing a little bit of damn near everything. So I beat Flintlock. When that came, and I didn't even know that people was attaching Sweet Baby Ink to Flintlock until after I beat it. And excuse me, hold on. So after I beat it, I was like, wow,
Is he all right?
People are really neglecting themselves of great games because they keep mixing gaming with politics. And you're missing out on a good game, man. I really enjoyed Flintlock. I thought it was a really good game. You know, great game. It has some bugs, some audio bugs and stuff like that. I actually got a review out for it on my personal YouTube channel, NEXT GEN NERO, and the channel right here, Gamepass Daily. So check that out if you want to check that out. But Call of Duty, we're going to talk about that. You know, that banger, that first party masterpiece banger that got review bombed, by the way, by the media. Now all of a sudden, everybody want to be super fucking critical of Call of Duties now that Microsoft owned them. Right, but over the last 10 years, y'all been giving every fucking Call of Duty an 8, a 9, and a 10, despite the entire community being fed up with some of the shit that was going on. You know what I'm saying? So that's some bullshit. I've been having a blast with Modern Warfare 3, and I want y'all to walk with me through this because it's a take. But would I be Next Gen Nero if I didn't have my takes? Right? I think personally, this is just me. I'm not speaking for everybody, but all around, Modern Warfare 3 is a better game than Last of Us Part 2. Now, hear me out. The story. The story is on par. The story is on par. As a standalone, the story is on par. Graphics. I might even get an edge to Modern Warfare, man. That mocap, the facial animations, like everything just looks good in that game, man. You know, for it to be a first-person game. So that's just the story. We just talking about the story in the single-player aspect of Call of Duty versus Last of Us. But that's where it ends. You can debate all day how Last of Us Part 2 is better, you know, this, that, and the third. But this is why I say Modern Warfare is better. It's a better package. I spent so much time on just the multiplayer alone. Haven't even touched zombies yet. Zombies is a whole nother situation. Then you got the campaign, which people complain about. They say it's too short. They didn't like the open section missions and stuff like that. And I get it. I understand. I'm not the biggest fan of them at first, but they started to grow on me. And I'm like, yo, this is fire. You know, I mean, they way more similar than people think. You know what I'm saying? Like Last of Us got their bullshit open sections. That's really 2 fucking blocks and nothing fucking else. A bunch of empty stores with some notes left behind to trigger some heart emotion feelings. And Modern Warfare 3 got open sections. So I'm just pointing out that these Sony games aren't what people think they are. You know, people hold these games to these standards like there's some fucking god tier games. I've been playing Suicide Squad as well. All right. Now, for everybody saying that Mrs. Freeze is ugly, I fucking agree. She is fucking hideous. I'm sorry. I might get canceled for that. Like, I'm sorry.
I'll just choke on my...
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know I'm going on a tangent. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be honest.
You're fine.
Let's go.
She's fucking ugly. I'm sorry, but yo, Western game devs, it is okay to make your fucking characters a little fucking attractive. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with being pretty, Nothing wrong with representation, but that Miss Freeze is one of the ugliest fucking characters in all of fucking gaming I've ever seen in my life. She's
I mean,
fucking
we
ugly.
all
And
know
I
why we
love
were
Mr.
playing
Freeze. One of my
Cyberpunk, right?
Hey, exactly. Shout out to Judy. Shout out to Pan Man. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like,
yes.
come on, man. Like,
Yes.
Yes.
so
Yes. Oh,
I've been playing a little bit of that as well, man. So I've been having a blast with Call of Duty, NCAA college football, 25. That's better than Madden already. I've been having fun with that. So I just want people to understand. And like I said, Suicide Squad, I've been having fun with that as well. It's on sale for like 15, 20 bucks, something like that. My homie Reese hooked me up with it. And I want to say, I personally think it's a better game than Spider-Man 2018. But I also thought Gotham Knights was a better game than Spider-Man 2018.
I love Gotham Knights, bro.
I love Gotham Knights too. Yo, it's the media that try to tell you that these games are way bad and worse than what they are.
Yep.
I
I'm
started playing
saying?
Gotham Knights. I just haven't had time to go back and actually sit down and play it.
I would actually
too many
install that
games.
and
Bro, I
play
would
that
start
with you.
over.
Yeah,
Yes.
I would start over and play it with her.
I'm
That's
right
fair.
at the very beginning. Like I was like, I'll give it a go, and then what just happened?
She's like, you're
My
good.
system just
I
went
think you're dead
random.
now.
You're good.
I think we're good now. Hopefully.
Oh, you were gonna say something about media, man. Can we talk about Starfield? How people no one played
Exactly. That's
Starfield but
another
hates on Starfield
That's
because
that's
people
another
tell
one.
them to hate it. It's a
Listen,
fuck, man,
Mass Effect 1 is one of my favorite games of all time.
bro. Let's
And
go.
and me personally, I like Mass Effect 1 the most out of all the trilogy, and I'm gonna tell you why. What people say and hate Starfield for is what I love Mass Effect 1 for. Being able to land on them planets, no matter how empty they was, no matter if it was only one location that you can go to, just being able to touch my boots on this planet. It
Yep.
was
Went out and touched
and
some
that really
planets.
itches.
The equivalent of touching grass.
Exactly. Hey, thank you, Pat.
I did
Being
it.
able to touch grass and in some cases touch rocks, right? Because that's all it is dust and rocks. But for me,
Like
growing
Shepard,
up,
what are you doing? He's like nothing. I was just
yeah, nothing.
touching
Yo,
it.
mind your
touching,
fucking business. I'm the captain here, yo. Mind your damn business. This is my ship. If I want to get out here and touch rocks, let me be. All right. This
That's
is
right,
a different
that's right.
planet. Mind your business. But I say that to say that's why I love Mass Effect 1 more, and plus it felt more of a, true to an RPG than the other two, in my opinion. But
Yeah.
I love that aspect, being able to land on planets that I survey and look at, and just being able to go there. So when Starfield did that, way better than Mass Effect 1 ever could, with stories and characters that I love just as much as Mass Effect 1, pretty much on par, and better in some aspects. You know what I'm saying? Starfield really is the only game that I can even consider dethroning games like Skyrim, which is my all-time favorite, and the other game I just mentioned. I just had a brain slip up, but Starfield is amazing. You feel what I'm saying? But the media want to tell you that it sucks.
Yep.
You know,
And
they
then
want to
people
tell
go,
you
"It's good
Gotham
enough for
Knights
me.
suck.
Good enough for me."
Mm-hmm.
And they just
People
don't
are
touch
really
it. And
neglecting
then they
themselves
shit
of
all
great
over your
games, man.
video. Yeah, and they shit all over the video that you spent hours on because you love it. And you would be so blown away by the people that love to latch on to that positivity because they feel like they're alone. Because they're used to getting
Definitely.
bullied all
Hey,
the fucking time.
Yo, it happens with my reviews of Starfield on YouTube. And even shout out to the homie Jay Duke on Twitter, one of my favorite Starfield content
Yes.
creators, right?
Yes.
You see people being so relieved. Like for my reviews of Starfield, people are still commenting to this day. They are so relieved to hear somebody speak positive about the game because they love it. But I'm like, that's why I said in my Flintlock review, we need to make gaming about gaming again. There's so many agendas. People is mixing politics and this, that, and the third. Now, if it's some overly woke force shit in my face, then okay, just like anybody else. I don't care if it's gaming, movies, TV. I'm gonna speak with my wallet. I'm not gonna support it, or I'll play it on sale or something to give it a chance down the line. But people are straight up. It don't even be confirmed that some of these woke companies is working with games. Like, I don't know if it's confirmed or not about Flintlock, but that is an amazing game. And I'm tired of $40 and $30 games getting reviewed as if they're fucking $70 games.
Yeah.
That fucking $30, $40 price difference fucking means something. And it should be pointed out in these reviews, man. Like Flintlock, if we're talking about polish, graphic fidelity, and overall fun, I personally think Flintlock is right on fucking par with Rise of Ronin. Right on par. But Rise of Ronin get extra fucking kudos, even though it's mid, it was buggy, it's graphically lackluster, and it's fucking $30 more than Flintlock. That shit should mean something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the media, they don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? So, anything associated with Xbox, they're gonna
I just want to say a quick thank you to Fuck You for re-upping your channel membership. I really appreciate that, Nero, and I really do. And shout out to everyone in the chat. I haven't officially said hi to everyone, but the chat is on fire. We have Fuck You trolling Wolf so far. No doubt he's going to clip me next because, you know, he can't help himself. Nero's like, I'm not being on camera today.
You gotta zoom in on the logo super close. Like,
wait, he'll find an old photo. You just wait, Nero.
He's going to the older podcast episodes now to get one.
But I really just want to say a quick shout out and thank you to everyone. We have been off for 2 weeks and appreciate everyone showing up today for our lovely guest and just for all the slander and messiness that will be today. So appreciate that. Definitely. You know what was really cool? I just bought AC Mirage. Do you know Peter? If you know who he is, he was really nice. He gifted me like $100 New Zealand for my birthday, and I bought AC Mirage, and I also bought Phantom Liberty DLC for.
Every time I'm like, get off of me.
What is it?
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Mirage and
Phantom Liberty for. Oh, why can't I think of it? Cyberpunk. Yeah. So
amazing.
I'm like,
let me tell you,
what am I playing?
Stills, absolute stills. Now look. Assassin's Creed Mirage is another game that the media is going to tell you sucked and wasn't good, but you made a great purchase. And if you would have came and asked me, I would have said that's a great purchase. I love that game. Now, people always saying they want Assassin's Creed to go back to their roots. That's exactly what they did with Mirage. So I really enjoyed that. I thought it was dope. As far as Cyberpunk, it's so funny that you picked up the DLC for Cyberpunk because I just picked up the DLC for The Witcher 3. Oh, so nice. That's
steel book.
Hey, that is.
I might have to come and steal it off you.
Right. I'm gonna have to steal the steel book, yo.
Listen, I'm obsessed with steel books. I have it all. I got Cyberpunk.
How many of those are like red hot that you've stolen? I'm kidding.
So besides this one, no. I get a hold of them any way that I can. Usually I'll go on like it's called. Now listen, people. I talked to Colt last night on the phone, and he's like, "Where are you going to get these steelbooks?" And I said, "Go to fantasybox.com." And he's like, "That doesn't sounds
like a porn site, by the way. I just want to say that's."
And so he typed it in. He typed it in. It's like ways to please your wife and I'm like, "That's not the right site, Colt." And I'm like, "Oh wait, I forgot. It's fantasybox.com." So go there, people. And I forgot about the little I in front of it. Anyway, that's where I get all my steelbooks, and they have financing, so you don't have to pay, $50 or however much it is all at once. You can pay like every 2 weeks, and it's really nice. So yeah, that's where I get them. Sorry, I just completely. Hey, I derailed the show, just like I said I would.
Hey, man of your word, I love that. No, that steelbook is absolutely fire,
bro. I got them all.
And I just picked up the nice.
Yes,
hey, yo, you gotta send me when you get a chance. Just DM me a video of just going through your steelbooks because I know we don't want to do it now. People gonna be like, "Oh Jesus Christ, he's on his 15th steelbook."
I'll show you Mass Effect right now just so you can get out of your system. Okay,
that and The Witcher,
Just mute yourself, Nero, though, while he shows you that, please. We don't want to hear that.
Yeah. I don't want to hear that tonight. I don't want to hear that tonight. But like I was saying, right? It's funny that you brought the Cyberpunk expansion because I just picked up The Witcher 3 expansions for fucking $8, yo. So I got the Blood and Wine and the Heart and Stone DLC, and I'm so excited, yo. I'm so excited. I was literally playing that today, right before the pod, and I was like, man, I'm just the world, everything about The Witcher 3 is amazing. Jeez, that is beautiful.
Yeah,
that is beautiful, man.
Look at the you can see all the characters there.
Yeah, zoom in on Geralt. Yeah,
mine are all in behind my.
Look at that scar.
Little box thing there. My steel books are all in there behind me. I'm just moving the cat.
It's got actually that the inside of that isn't. This is the new one that I just got because I like darker steel books.
That's nice.
Yes.
Yeah, so much nicer. It's got Ciri and Geralt in the back there.
Hey.
Damn it, Prime Nexus. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you, Prime Nexus, for becoming a
super chat. Yes, sir. The Prime Nexus. Do that, let's shout out Yobi as well. He's celebrating his two months membership. We appreciate you, brother. We love all the support. He also became a sponsor. Now I might sound a little slow, but the sponsor is new to me. I gotta figure out what all that. You know what I mean? Hashtag Next Gen Nero, not too bright. But shout out to the Prime Nexus Pop Off team. Y'all the best. Definitely, man. We appreciate all the support, man. So definitely appreciate y'all, man. Everyone in here, just being back, yo, it definitely feels good, yo. So, also Spider-Man 2018 is overrated. Last of Us Part 2 is extremely overrated.
So
And
this
they last
show
good
is
game
all
was Days
Nero's
Gone.
just bashing everything. The show.
I'm just being honest. No, because look, I'm fucking fed up, yo. See, I'm tired of being humble.
I feel it. I'm
tired of being, because I really sat down today and I thought to myself, I had epiphany, and I really thought to myself, I'm like, yo, if we compare Xbox first party games to PlayStation first party games from story standpoints and gameplay standpoints, and just how much time you're willing to invest into not just the game, but the actual universe in the worlds. First of all, Spider-Man don't fucking count. That's not a universe you built from the ground up. So fuck you. You borrowed that from Marvel. You don't get kudos for that. Last of Us, I will give you credit. You built a beautiful universe there, but you not fucking capitalizing on it. You cancel factions. So sit the fuck down, Last of Us. As far as I'm concerned, that shit is like that. We don't even know when 3. I don't even get me started on that shit. Days Gone was a great universe built from the ground up. What did you do? You don't support it. You say fuck them. You push it to the side. Ghost of Tsushima, I know, I loved it. One of my favorite games from last generation, but it's overrated as fuck as well. Everybody latched on to it because we've been begging fucking Ubisoft for that exact same fucking game and formula for so long, but they didn't do it. Hashtag Assassin's Creed Red /Shadows will be better than Ghost of Tsushima. Look at here. You heard it. I've been saying this for weeks. I'm sticking to it.
Trying to get us cancelled.
Nah. I'm sick of this shit. Yo, Concord looks fucking ass. Concord looks fucking ass. You know what? I'm a black man. And it's not one white man in Concord. That sucks, yo. Maybe I just want to be a fucking white soldier. Call of Duty let me be a white soldier. Fucking, I can be a white fucking Spartan in my mind in Halo. Where's the true representation out here? You got to ask this type of stuff, man. Hashtag cancel Sony. You know what I'm saying? It's from the top to the bottom. People say I want them to fail, but I just want people have to realize, because when you really realize that Xbox games wipe the floors with PlayStation games, and I realize I'm trolling and I'm joking a lot, but seriously, if you go blow for blow with what we own now, even if we don't include Activision, before this even went through, we have better games and franchises than PlayStation. So when you come to that fucking acknowledgement, right, and then you realize that not only do we have better games, we get all of our games in a better fucking service for a better price. It's like, yo, I don't understand how people can be so dumb. Like, sometimes I look at these sale charts and I'm like, yo, people have Sony dicks so far down their throats that they are neglecting themselves. They're great games and deals, but guess what, baby? Call of Duty and Game Pass. You can't stop that shit. I'm sorry. They thought Starfield did something when that fucking gave Game Pass the highest day one boost. Yo, listen, they don't have a fucking clue. They don't have a clue.
All right.
On that note, let me show you one other thing.
Final.
This isn't the final. If I can get it, I'm bringing it up slowly so it can focus. This is Cyberpunk.
What?
And it's done in this crazy, amazing, this art style printed onto the steelbook.
That is fire.
And look at this. Look at this. It's it's from the beginning of the game, right?
That first main mission.
Yeah. There's what's his name? Bozo Gogo. I forgot his name. 450 hours, and I can't remember anyone's name. Anyway, yeah, that's Cyberpunk.
That's fucking fire.
And on the inside, it's got, because it's 2 discs. There's so much, man. There's so much. All right, one more. I swear, chat, I'll be done after this. It's Mass Effect.
Hey, I'm actually enjoying this. You showing my favorite game.
Edition.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mass Effect is my favorite series. Also, it is
definitely.
Yeah, it's one of mine. Yep.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's
definitely
pretty simplistic, but gets it done. Anyway, I had to show that off because I have an addiction, a steelbook addiction.
I don't want to be the bad. I don't want to be the bad guy. I don't want to be the bad guy. But when you think about the best games ever made, they're Western RPGs. They're not really JRPGs. I don't get that off my chest. But I digress. Starfield, Skyrim, The Witcher, Cyberpunk.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
What JRPGs what the fuck is what the fucking what? Like Nier? Automata? Like
the only it's funny.
That's cool. Don't get me wrong, that's a good game, but still.
I'm not like I like Japanese like JRPGs, like those types of games. I grew up with Dragon Ball Z, and then that evolved into Naruto, obviously. But that's pretty much where it ended. Like, I'll watch some anime, but I don't like go after it. But like Dragon Ball Z, live and die, live and breathe, Dragon Ball Z. So I never got into the actual like JRPGs really heavily until for years people are screaming and yelling about Persona 5. And I'm like, God, man, I'm looking at it, I'm like, I can see what it is. It's one of those things like I can see what it is. What's happening? FARQ, Red Wolf Renegade. I was told to never change. Haha. Heart,
Never
bro.
FARQ
Awesome.
I'll never cut my camera on as long as you're around.
Yeah,
Never.
That's why it's off. But anyway, Persona 5. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna buy it. And yes, I have a steelbook, but I'm gonna get up 100 times. But yeah, I got a steelbook and everything. Got Persona 5 roll, and that was it. It is an incredible game. Like over 200 hours in that game. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh, so this, you know how like you look at a game and you're like, I just know. You guys talked about it on your last show. Like you look at a game and you're like, I know what I like, so I'm not even gonna mess with it. This is one of those games I'm like, I'm gonna hate that. I'm gonna hate you when I play this, and it was the opposite. I loved it. I can't really explain why. I think I liked it for similar reasons that I like Life is Strange. I never in my life would I ever want to be an 18-year-old high school girl living out her dramatic, insane.
Yeah, I would never go back.
Right.
I would never go back to that time of my life.
Yeah, and I'm like, why do I like this so much? And it's the same thing with Persona. So yeah, man, it's different strokes for different people, right? I mean, you know. Anyway, yeah. I'm sorry. You were just about to finally start the show, and I said, "Stop."
Hey, listen. We've been going for a while. We got a lot of derailing and a lot of off the topic. Look, listen. Listen, Rhetri is not here to contain my fucking unhingedness. I always kept it dialed back just a little bit. I said, Rhetri, there's something about being around Rhetri. I just dial it back just a little bit. But now that he's taking a break, fuck Sony. Fuck him.
There we go. Yeah, let it loose, bro. Let it out.
Just fucking let it. I've been holding this shit in, and I've been unhinged as any fucking body. But you know what? Let's get to the topics. I'm chill out.
That's all good. That's all good.
I can still hear you. I'm going to put these back.
Well, I mean, like, what was the most recent thing that I read anyway was the that lawsuit, the gamers lawsuit is back up and running, but we'll talk about that later. But first topic, as everyone may or may not be aware, is that the voice actors and voice artists and such are actually currently on strike due to AI for that. So basically this is across like Activision, EA, Valve, Ubisoft, Bethesda, Disney, Warner Brothers production companies. All of these people, all of these voice actors are currently on strike while they negotiate around what AI is doing with the use of their voices. It's quite interesting, I think, in my opinion. Like, if you look at it, like, I understand where AI can sit in this space around, like, say an actor passes away and you want to continue that on, then you could use their voice with AI to create them so that they can continue on, and then whatever royalties and such go to that family. That would be the idea behind it. But they're getting, at the moment, people are misusing AI and using these voice actors' voices without permission, and so there's a lot of things happening in that place at the moment. But what is everyone's take on this? We'll jump to Wolf. What is your take on this? About the strike happening? Sorry.
I would think. I mean, I get it because people are scared. At the bottom of all your emotions, we're always driven by fear. Regardless of what we would like to say out loud, but these are people's jobs. It's their livelihood. And I can't imagine anyone who's passionate about what they do creatively sort of selling their voice and saying, you know what, I'm done. You know, if anytime anyone uses my voice, I'll get royalties and I'm essentially still working. But then what does that do to your legacy? You know?
Yeah.
So people are really, I'm glad that people are taking this seriously, because on one hand, I'm one of those people that would say in a game like Grand Theft Auto or like, you know, Elder Scrolls or a Fallout game, especially Elder Scrolls, highly populated games with tons of NPCs. If I am walking around uh, in a world, and I'm walking around, and I bump into an NPC, and the NPC responds to me and goes, "Hey, watch where you're going." I'm like, "What the fuck?" It's cool. He responded to me. That's it. That's the first and last thought about it. And then someone comes to me and says that voice from that NPC was an AI. I'd be like, "That's fucking cool. Who the hell cares?" But I mean, that's cool, but who the hell cares? That is the one, I guess, time saver for voice acting that I could see. Where
Well, it's
in a lot of
actually
games, yeah, go ahead.
face and bodies as well as what is also coming under that at the moment, because it's not just like it's hitting film, streaming, television,
The James
animated,
Dean thing.
everything. Yeah.
Did you guys hear about the James Dean thing?
No.
So okay, so James Dean, the actor who passed away a long time ago, very good looking dude. So they're okay. This company, the studio, is wanting to cast James Dean as the main role. He's dead. Okay, he's dead. They want to cast James Dean as the main lead in this movie. And so they're going to the family and saying, "Is it okay if we, use his likeness with AI and bring him back to life? And we're gonna recreate his voice and everything in the movie." And the family are like, "What the fuck are you talking about, man? Like, that's so crazy. It's so weird. Like, it's such a weird world that we're living in, where that's the lengths that people are going to instead of looking for new talent or existing talent to recreate James Dean's likeness. Really, it's really scary. So what you're saying, I didn't know about the face thing, but that ties into the James Dean thing. That's just insane.
Well, it's SAG is the one there, and it's the union has stepped away from talks because they aren't getting what they want. And I think it's a fair point. That's why unions exist, to make sure that it's the best interest as a rep for the people that they represent. And I guess the biggest thing is making sure that they do get recognised and that there is a proper process in place to make sure that they go through and correctly request the right to use this.
Go through those right channels.
Go through the right channels. Make sure it's all done because
so
right now
it's a respect.
Everyone's just taking the piss at the moment with AI and just going, "Oh, I can do this and I can do that." I'm like, you can, but also these people, it's their voice, it's their face, and their contracts that they have in movies and the way that they do all that all around like advertising and all of that all has to be sort of ironclad, and they have to agree to it. Like, for example, Charmed, TV show Charmed, if anyone's ever seen that. I'm a massive Charmed fan from wherever, and bless her soul, like Shannon Doherty passed away recently. Her image did not show up in any episode following her leaving the show, not even a photo reference, because if they put it up, they had to pay her royalties. And so that's that sort of thing of going, that's the agreement there, and that's where I think they need to get that ironclad with AI to that extreme, because it's going to get to the point where people are just going to take the piss. My opinion.
Definitely. Yo, Demo Gaming with the $5 super chat, my brother, man. Glad to see Aim Down Sights back on fire. Hit that like button, definitely, yo. Hit that like button, guys. We got 85 people in here, man. Really appreciate everybody coming out, man. Supporting, giving us your time when you could be playing those one and done, boring ass Sony walking simulators or father, dad, babysitting simulators. But I definitely think, as far as the AI situation, right? I feel like it is a use for it in the future. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you do get a voice actor to agree and sign off on it and say, "Yo, hey, that's less work for me. You want to use my likeness? Okay, cool. Cut me a check, and we be done with it." I just feel like it's just like anything in life. As long as you go through the proper channels, and because at the end of the day, it's a respect thing. If you take a actor that has passed away and use their likeness, for a game or for something like that, without their permission or the permission from their loved ones, it's like, yo, that's extremely disrespectful. And I can see where lawsuits and things will come in. But another thing is, those actors are scared, and like the homie Wolf said, this is people's jobs and livelihood at stake. So with any
Yep.
industry where AI is coming in, it's not just people got to realize it's not just voice acting, yo. You're gonna have a bunch of robots doing what people at Amazon is doing right now, unloading them trucks, loading those trucks, and it's the scary future, but it's the truth and it's a reality. As time go on, and we're gonna be seeing more of this stuff. I just pray that I never live through an iRobot situation in my lifetime. Let my grandkids or kids deal with that. Good luck. I'll be watching now. My spirit is with you. The scary, creepy ass robots and shit. Fuck no, yo. Listen.
Yeah.
Well, I watched like a clone style movie, and I can't remember the name of it. And basically, I think it was to do with like the military. And if you signed up for this, you basically signed your likeness and your memories and all of this away. And you end up finding out that the daughter, who's this famous scientist and has been working on trying to create this proper AI thing, like she's been working in the AI, and the clone that they've created is actually her mum. And she really wants to put her mum out of her misery because she keeps they're trying to re-trigger this thing, and it's just whole thing. But it's like that's what could happen is like you sign your rights away, and then they can consistently use it any way, shape, or form that they want. And I think we're so at the beginning of this and what AI can do, and there's so many ethical things that need to be sort of waded through. And so there's going to be a lot more of this coming through, and there's going to be ways people are going to try and find loopholes and shore things up and such. But I think it's interesting that we're right at the beginning of it because of where the technology is in its infancy, and even our understanding of AI in its infancy for the general populace.
Wait until they find out that Sweet Baby Inc. is actually an AI ran company.
Sweet Baby Inc. is Skynet. We just haven't figured it out yet.
Exactly.
Melissa
Hey, yo,
McCarthy or
if I go missing over the next week, listen, it's because I'm figuring things out. I'm woke. I'm listen. It's really AI behind all of this. Trump and Kamala is actually AI robots, yo. Like, really open your eyes, man. Only thing you can trust is Phil Spencer, man.
That's it. And hey, one thing to that, just to I don't know if we're at the end of this topic, but I just wanted to say that another thing is, because this is so new and crazy, people aren't going to be focusing on the performance anymore. I feel like it's going to dilute. It's going to degrade the quality or the idea of like, if we play a video game, it'll say Christopher Judge signed away his voice. Every time Christopher Judge comes on, it's not, it's Christopher Judge. Is that Christopher Judge? And then you got to look it up, and then you know that it's AI, and then you're focused on it the whole time. The same way that you're going to be watching a movie, and you're going to be looking at this person that's not real. It's not even there. You're not even thinking about, wow, what a great performance by no one. I don't know.
Right,
like it's such a
like
it
that
just
was great
devalues
coding.
Yeah, that coding was so great. Who does the and then we're gonna get into like the video game
There'll be awards for like
where,
AI. What's the name of the AI
Yes.
that received this award?
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Like, now we're getting into the video game realm of like which studio created this AI. Like, oh, I love the AI triple X studio. Well, not triple X. Oh my god, but AI whatever studio that does AI stuff. I don't know. Triple X came to my mind as in like algebra, where they say like and problem X. Anyway, so let's just move on from that.
Hey, yo, I'm dead.
Before you move on though, will you do me a favor? Will you pop the correct link in the chat for the website where you get your steelbooks from, just so they know that it's got an I and they don't do what Colt did?
Yeah, I'll do that right now. I'll do that right.
Everybody will have viruses on their phone by the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
All right, I got you.
Okay.
Fantasy Box Boom, and here is the link. Copy link. I'm gonna see if I can do. Every time I try to post a link, it's not like an actual link. Well, there it is. Yeah. That's what it looks like.
I think before we move on, but like if AI is used right, and I think the way it's going to, I guess, streamline some of the game development process that people don't really like to do, and it can do that. I think that's where it belongs in there. At the moment, we'll see. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Okay. Well, we were gone for a little while, and there were some changes to how Game Pass is working. They've added a new tier, and you've probably talked about this at nauseum, Wolf. But Nero and I don't think we've had a chance to talk about it. But basically, is it September? I think is
Yes.
Xbox Game Pass Ultimate price is changing from what $16.99 a month, and that's US dollars, to $19.99 a month US. And they've added a new tier which is not allowing day one games. So there's been a few changes, and as a result of this, the FTC has decided to try and
Where
nail
was the FTC
Xbox.
when IGN was acquiring Digital Foundry, Eurogamer, Kotaku?
Mm.
Like IGN just fucking acquired every media outlet known to fucking Earth. On Earth, every media outlet is acquired. They just fucking acquired GameStop the other day. Nobody spoke about it. That's not true. But
And
still,
I
like
just want to
they pick and
I
choose.
agree, but I just want to call out that the standard subscription, the new one that's coming in, doesn't include day one access to first party Xbox games. So there's probably still going to be first party day one non first party games that might launch into that service, right?
Yeah. Now,
Um,
look, I'm sorry. I
what are your
just
thoughts on the price raise and all of that, Nero? Yeah, jump in.
yeah. See, I got it. I just feel like PC Game Pass is eating better than the core Game Pass Xbox consoles, and I feel like that should never be. I get it; they don't have to pay for internet, but the fact that for $11 and some change over there, they can still get day one Xbox first party games. But the cheap heavy version, I feel like, of Game Pass on consoles should be the perk of buying. Like Game Pass should just benefit. Like we should always get the best fucking. We do, but I just personally feel like PC gaming Game Pass kind of got a little edge as far as the lower tiers on console, not including like day ones and stuff like that. So on that aspect, I was kind of like, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way just a little bit. But people might call me a coon, call me whatever the fuck you want. But I feel like that as far as the price increase, this is the most justified and understandable price increase I've ever witnessed in my life. I mean, like literally, they announced that they're increasing the price, and a couple weeks, not even a couple weeks, a couple days later, Modern Warfare 3 gets stealth drop. We have Dungeons of Hinterberg,
Yep.
80 plus Metacritic. We have Flintlock, something that might not be for everybody, but I very much enjoy. We have Path of the Goddess. You understand what I'm saying? And the second half is just going to keep coming. We have Suicide Squad coming next month. And let me tell you guys something too, a pattern with Xbox. If you go in the store and see certain games on sale, just take a lucky guess that they're definitely coming to Game Pass within the following weeks. I'm noticing this is a trend for gaming devs. They put their games on sale. Dead Island did it. A lot of games that has been coming, these third party games, they put their games on sales. I guess let people grab them for a good sale, take it off a sale, and drop it in the Game Pass. I feel like that's genius, and that's why I say Game Pass is a win-win for everybody: the devs, the players, Microsoft themselves. Like that is genius. If you throw your game on sale, see how many copies you can. I wouldn't be surprised if Suicide Squad comes next month, Atlas Fallen come next month, or within the coming. Once those game sales slow down, and certain games just make sense to be in Game Pass. Live service games like I feel like Suicide Squad should have launched in Game Pass. I feel like it would have got a way better because
Yeah,
what
I
better
agree
way
with
to
that one.
combat the biased media than to just let people test the fucking games for them fucking selves. You know what I'm saying? Like even if you don't, I mean, shit, do a fucking trial through Game Pass, like how EA do. Third party say, yo, we don't want our game to drop in there, but hey, we want to give you a nice little Game Pass exclusive demo. Let people play, and word of mouth of gamers carries more weight than the biased IGNs and the biased gaming media. And I just wish for the love of God
Yeah.
that these dumb ass fucking game developers, no offense, I love y'all, my favorite hobby, but you stupid fucks, like stop giving your like I reached out to get a review code for South Park Snow Day. The guy, one of the
Mm.
devs posted he was giving away gaming copy codes and stuff like that. And I only knew about it because a homie tagged me. He was like, tag your fellow content creators and shit. My homie Yobi tagged me in it. I reached out to him in the DMs. I emailed him. I did all type of shit. Never heard back from him whatsoever. I get it. People be busy. But when you and then your game drop, you make sure IGN get a review code to get their review out early. Guess what? IGN gave your fucking game a 3. Now, if you actually respond to some smaller YouTube channels We have more fucking influence. We don't have more influence, but as far as people respecting what we say about games, it carries more weight. Real gamers, word of mouth means more than these fucking nerds that don't play games. Cry about Elden Ring being too fucking difficult as if it's not a FromSoft Souls fucking game. It's not a Souls like, it is Souls. God damn it. They are the creator of that genre. Why are you bitching? So it's like a lot of these devs do it to themselves, man. They gotta stop trusting the media so much. Everything is reviewed with agendas and shit nowadays, it seems like. Seem like people just not playing games to play games. They playing games to see if I can trigger this person or if I can. I don't know, man. It's just weird, man. For gaming to be in the arguably the best place it's ever been, in my opinion, like definitely we living through, if not the golden era, one of the few golden eras of gaming. I feel like we're definitely living through that right now, man. We got GTA coming within the next year. Black Ops is back. Like, yo, we just got so much great shit going on right now. I can't speak for Sony side of the fence. But over here on the green team, Nintendo seem to be eating well also. So, you know, living good. We living good.
Before I jump over to other Red, Wolf, damn it. Which Red are we?
Are you about to go to Lord Rufus's super chat?
Yes. Yeah.
They literally stole my whole ass.
That's why I'm saying it before you can.
Okay. Listen, hey, how about this? I'll read the super chat.
You read it out, mate.
All right. Lord Rufus, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I really, really appreciate that. Everyone's so supportive. It's just mind-blowing, isn't it? The community. It's just, it makes you feel like I need to be doing more. I need to quit my job and do this full time and lose everything. Lord Rufus says, listen, I will unsubscribe to Netflix, Prime, and Disney before I unsubscribe to Game Pass. Even with the price increase, the value is undeniable. And that's exactly what I was going to say, Lord Rufus. When Netflix started, you guys remember this? Netflix used to be $5. Remember that? Mm-hmm. $5. They would ship you discs that had fingerprints and snot all over it. It was wonderful. And then eventually it started to take off. And then they started to get more
snot or the
content.
Fingerprints?
The more fingerprints. And they said, well, we need to deal with this. So they started sending people new fingers. No. But eventually the content got easier to use with streaming. And then they got more content. And then they were able to make more deals with bigger studios. Then we started to see Netflix exclusive content, aka first party titles, day one, Game Pass stuff. So, because these studios have to be paid, whether it's a movie studio or whether it's a TV studio, and so on and so forth. The price increase should not be surprising to anyone. Now, if you look, 10 years from now, and you say, now, what would we think the price of Game Pass would be 10 years from now compared to where it is now? Shit. So right now, what is it right now? Is it? It's 20 bucks now?
It's $20.
Okay.
And I was just so happy that it was 20 because I feel like I'm sorry, like this is. I hate to be this guy, yo, but at the end of the day, we have to put and please don't lose your train of thought. I'm sorry,
No, it's okay.
But I hate to be this guy, bro, but we live in fucking reality. Let's put our fucking grown-up pants on. The value that's in Game Pass is through the fucking roof. I'm happy it was just $19.99. I feel like it could have easily been 21, 22, 23. 25 is really pushing it, but you can still justify $25 for the amount of fucking content that's in there. And the shit that you get way more than $25 worth for people who game. Now, if you're a casual gamer, then I mean, you got people threatening to cancel their fucking Game Pass subscription when they only play fucking 2K, Madden, and fucking Fortnite all day, every day. So it's like, you don't fucking need the subscription anyway. Why are you here? You feel what I'm saying? Like, you don't need that shit. But for the people like me who actually play these games, like, nobody looks at it from this perspective. Game Pass is about to help so many content creators this year. It already has been helping me being able to review games, first party or third party, day one. When you do get, the short end of the stick when trying to reach out for review codes, that is fucking dope. Like, so many people is going to be able to stream Black Ops 6 day one. People like me is going to be able to play it and review it within the first week. To combat the biased media like IGN. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, IGN get their review out a week or two early, but it's fucking bullshit non-gamer opinion. So, I mean, it's cool for people who want the casual person. But the real gamers like me who might come a week or two later and get our reviews out, that actually game and are passionate about this. Game Pass makes that fucking possible, yo. So I'm rocking with Game Pass until the fucking wheels fall off, yo. And plus, with them putting it in a Fire Stick, it also makes sense. It makes sense for you to up that price. Like if people not gonna go buy your console, but everybody got a fucking Fire Stick, hey man, increase that price a couple more. Hey, get your fucking money, yo. Just keep supplying me with great games, and I won't be complaining. Personally,
I'm like of the whole thing where I like, and I say this every time when I talk about Game Pass, but I game share, right? So my Game Pass subscription, which is Ultimate, I just pay half of it and my sister pays the other half of it. Nice. And so it means that it's always been affordable and not out of range at all in any way, shape, or form. And I feel like some people need to find someone that they trust enough to do game sharing to half that price with. And then it doesn't feel like it's a massive burden if the price goes up $1 or $2 or so on forth. But to be honest, no one wanted a price increase. I was like surprised that we got one so soon.
Me too.
That was my big thing about surprising this, and I was also surprised about the day and date on the standard tier not being available for first party. I do like the fact that everyone who's already on that tier essentially is grandfathered in with day and date, so they'll get to keep that. But I also like the fact that they've kind of given a good value proposition as an upgrade to get the proper essential type of Game Pass experience, rather than just paying for live, because it's really just they're just paying for online and they're not getting much out of it, considering like Games with Gold is gone and all of that. And I mean, if you're looking at what Ultimate offers and people who are complaining about Ultimate, people like it's not on the same value as or PlayStation. So certain PlayStation gamers like it's not good for value. Like PlayStation is doing a better job, and I'm like Ultimate. If you own a PC and a console, you're getting the games available through both. That is massive value. I don't have to go and repurchase them on the PC. I can just take them, and then all the way that they've got the saves and the cross saves, the fact that I can cloud stream if I want, the fact that I have my day and date, I actually get consistent new games coming through all the time. There is a lot of value in Ultimate. It's got EA Play in it. And we know that there's going to be a big shift, I guess, around maybe subscriptions in future, kind of like what's probably going to happen in the general entertainment industry with like Netflix, Hulu, HBO Max, and all of them. There's going to be some sort of the subscription and get all of these access to all of these streaming platforms, because it can't continue on the way it is now with prices increasing and a new sort of streaming service popping up and failing. So they're going to have to somewhat collaborate, or there'll be some consolidation in that space too. But that was my biggest thing, was just the changes there. Sorry, you're good.
No, I was saying people have to realize, man, if Game Pass dies and ceases to exist and PlayStation Plus ceases to exist, gaming, those companies and gaming from them period might die as well.
And we haven't,
because gaming sales and console sales is not what is not what's keeping Xbox afloat. We've seen that from the last financial report. So,
and look at the smaller studios. Xbox is now really well known for their support of indie studios, smaller studios, going straight to Game Pass. Right, exactly. Going straight into Game Pass day and date. And then, a year ago, people are screaming and yelling, please be more transparent about how much you pay these studios. And there's so many studios came out and said, we're not going to give you numbers. It's great. We love a Game Pass. It's fucking awesome. So shut the hell up. No, they didn't say that, but they were like, thank you for the support.
Read between the lines.
Yeah, they got it in one way or another.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, like, and that's why Game Pass is so awesome, because you do get to try things. You get introduced to things that you typically wouldn't be interested in otherwise, genres and whatnot.
You probably wouldn't have played Dungeons of Hindenburg, but I'm playing it and I'm enjoying it.
What's crazy? I have yet to open that. or Path of the Goddess, just because I'm trying to like have organized as far as my gaming reviews and shit. But I'm probably gonna fire those up in the coming days. But if you really so anti Xbox, like if you're an Xbox gamer and you let the gloom and doom get to you, you let all this shit get to you, go unsubscribe from Game Pass and just see how life is, right? Because like
Yes, it
Microsoft
feels
first party
weird.
games, Microsoft first party games alone is worth having Game Pass for. Like Forza Motorsport, I
Mhm.
don't care what nobody say. This game is fucking amazing, yo. Absolute
I mean,
banger.
that's not even far enough. Unsubscribe from every streaming service you watch
Facts.
content on.
Facts.
If you're
Yeah.
so
If you're gonna die on that dumbass
subscription,
hill, then fully
die on
on
that
shit.
hill and
Yeah.
then feel
Right.
like you have the biggest amount of FOMO of your life if you unsubscribe from everything.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Reality will kick
100%.
in.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Spotify, Apple Music, unsub from all that shit.
Wolf, you were saying, and I felt like I cut you off, about indie devs and such.
Well,
Or
I'm just
finish
saying
your
that
point.
whenever there has to be, well, just to like tie in what I was saying before with this, like the price increase. Whenever we go to see it in 10 years, what at $25? Even that to me seems fair.
Still fair.
Now,
To get the new
even if
Fallout, to get Elder Scrolls 6, like
dude,
that's
$70
value, man.
games.
Yeah.
I mean, look
And
at
then, like
how
at the end of the day, I'm so sorry, but it's a fucking choice. If you
Yeah.
don't want to buy the fucking game, like I said, I'm sorry, like my problem is no matter if games is in Game Pass, I still want to own them. I still want to own Starfield. I still want to own Forza Motorsport. I still want to own Horizon. Like these games are worth buying full price. These Microsoft, and that's why I try to tell people like sometimes people fucking mistake the quality of these first party games because we have access to them via Game Pass. But if we didn't, these games would be worth fucking buying, yo. And because
Right.
Xbox is so hated by the media, they probably wouldn't fucking sell well. And that's probably why they was like, yo, fuck it. Why not fucking put our shit in the subscription service and rake in the money any fucking way? You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Like,
And
just like,
and
my bad, go ahead, brother. You know, I can.
no, it's
I can
okay. It's okay. To Panda's point,
It happened,
Sanchez,
right?
it's so weird. I'm like, who are you? What am I?
Why
what
am I
like?
talking about myself in the third person?
Yeah, I was like, what? Yes, I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you too. Hi, how are you? I'm good. How are you? Sanchez Gaming in chat said something to what you were talking about. Says we also have reward points to bring price down. I've been getting $10 gift card almost each month, and I'm assuming that they're talking about via the purchases that they get because of Game Pass. So you have the Game Pass rewards.
Mhm.
So every time that you buy something, you get something back. So at the end of the month, yeah, you could be looking at $10. How much is Game Pass? $20. There you go. There's $10 for Game Pass when
I
it should have been
stacked mine
20.
up for
When you
Game Pass.
actually game, you see the value. Like real gamers can see the value, and that we're preaching to the choir when it comes to real gamers. You know, like they nerf the reward points into the fucking ground, and I just started taking them serious over the last year. Every time I get up to $10, I do exactly what you guys say. I redeem that shit. I go to the store every Tuesday. It's a new sale in a Microsoft store. The store refreshes every Tuesday. Something I want is on sale. And if it's for $10, $15, $12, $13, I redeem that shit and I get it. Right now, I got the most I done ever held at once. I'm at like 15, 16K, something like that. So I'm holding on to them. I want to get the $25 gift card, store card, right? From redeeming the points. I think I had 25K reward points, but that's very possible. Like I said, I don't try, I just game. So for the people that just game, you're racking up reward points, you racking up value from Game Pass. You know, Game Pass $20 a month. Okay, cool. I play Flintlock. I absolutely loved it. That's $40. I already got my value. And that's just from one game. From one game in Game Pass, like you said, it's a fucking choice. You don't have to be subbed through the next 2 years. You can literally go by month cases. If it's nothing here that interests you until Stalker 2 drops, guess what? Cancel your fucking Game Pass, enjoy your backlog, and when Stalker 2 drops, resubscribe and enjoy the fucking game. And you got your value because you just said instead of $70, you spent $20 for the month, and then you still get to try other shit in Game Pass that goes along. Like I don't get it. It's a win-win, yo. Best deal.
I would like to see, and I don't know if this is a thing. Is it a thing? Can you suspend your subscription and pick it up later? Or do you
I
have to
think you
actually
definitely
cancel it?
can. I think you can suspend.
Does
You can
anyone know?
pause it.
I've never done it.
No,
I've
you
done
can
it for
definitely
my
pause it. I've done
my
it in the
YouTube
past.
Premium because
Yeah.
I put that on a 6 months suspension. I was like, I'm gonna see if I can live without this for 6 months, and it was horrific. And if you
I can definitely confirm,
can't do
because now that I
ads,
think about it, I've done it myself in the past multiple times. You can it's not, they call it pause it, so you can pause your subscription similar to like how you can pause your Amazon Prime subscription, and it'll just stop wherever you're at, and then it's hard to explain. So if your Game Pass subscription needs to be paid on the 15th and you suspend it like before then, if you unresub, it still won't charge you till that following month on the 15th when you reactivate your service.
yeah,
So that's, for me, that's very dope. That's why I'm like, for people to be so anti this shit, nobody's forcing you to do anything. Just like, I'm sorry, I gotta say it, yo. All you stupid sons of bitches on Twitter with these long ass fucking book cover paragraphs about why you're fucking leaving Xbox. It is with dear sadness in my heart that I must announce that I'm going full. You don't give a fuck, my dude.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
you
not an
don't give a
airport,
fuck, bro.
where you don't need to announce your departure, right?
Exactly. You really don't. Like, you look
Yeah.
like a dumbass. You searching for clout. And it's cringy as fuck, yo. Like, if you don't click with, that's like me saying I've been with iPhone for pretty much my whole life, damn near. I'm switching to Android. I'm gonna write a long ass tweet explaining to everybody why I'm switching to Android.
Yep.
because
gonna
it's the
be
better choice. Okay, Nero, it's the better choice.
I might entertain it. I might entertain
You seen that SpongeBob meme where he does the Rambo and is like, "No one cares."
Yes, yes.
Exactly that.
I do think like Try Hard had a really good point. Is like it is something
Shout out, Try
where
Hard.
Game Pass has meant that everyone's backlog has a backlog that has a backlog, which is probably not another backlog. Like my backlog is massive. Like I only buy like a couple of games a year, and some I buy through Game Pass with the discount, and some I buy through the Xbox store on discounts. But a lot of the games that I experience that are new to me that I would have never looked at or paid any mind to have been on Game Pass and have completely changed the way I look at new games. And I'm like, it's not usually a game I'd pick, but I'm going to give it a try. And that's what I like about the service. And yes, the price is going to go up. Things change. It's probably going to go up again in a year or two. Who knows? But everything's changing at the moment, and we're waiting for things to settle because we're currently seeing what happened in the entertainment industry when subscriptions came in. Like the gaming industry is now just at that point, like where there's still like new ones are coming in and things need to settle. So in 10 years' time, it's going to be a very different conversation, I think.
Definitely.
All right. So, who's paying for my ultimate subscription this month? And I'm kidding.
Yeah, no. Somebody should definitely. You know what? No, somebody should definitely pay for Panda Ultimate subscription.
No,
Mine
I
as
don't
well.
need to.
People should definitely go on CDTs.
I am good.
And nah, Panda, fuck that. Nah, don't be humble. Nah. Flatter your eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Flatter your eyes.
I like to pay my own way, okay?
I will say this, like I'm kind of a game hoarder. But that's why I beat so many games, because I feel like the ultimate thank you to developers is seeing their name at the end of the credits. You know, rolling those credits, whether you skip them or not. The fact that you beat the game and made it to this stage of the game, I feel like that's the ultimate thank you. Obviously, buying and supporting the game is the ultimate thank you. But outside of the financial, like how can what better way can you say thank you for this great game than to put in the time, complete the game, and roll credits? Now, like I said, I'm a game hoarder. Like it's so tough for me not to keep buying games and adding shit to my backlog, and it's kind of a problem. It is addiction, and the first step is looking in the mirror, being able to admit that shit. But even right now, I never played Life is Strange 2. That shit is on sale for $9. I'm like, yo, see, this is how they fucking get you, bro.
Yep.
They fucking get you. 9 here, 5 here, 10 here.
And then you buy it and you say, now I'll get to it, but now I have it.
Exactly.
And then it carries over and it carries over. Yep.
And I got this fucking complex because it's like I want to play and beat Tale of Arise, but I'm distracted with other games and I haven't gotten to it. It's in Game Pass. It's on sale right now for $10. I'm so tempted to pick that up because it's like it's no guarantee that it'll be in Game Pass 2-3 months from now. And that's a good price. And I enjoy the game. And I got to enjoy and play the game via Game Pass. The average person. Me, I had it on disc, but my disc drive clunked out on my Series X. # fuck physical. No offense, I know you like your steel books and shit, and they
Oh,
are very
I'm all
beautiful steel
physical, baby.
books.
It's okay.
But
It's okay.
I'm hashtag, where's that digital Xbox? You know what I mean?
Right.
That's where I'm at with.
Right.
And just to add on to all of this wonderfulness that is happening in Game Pass, we had Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 drop into Game Pass. And it has been massive in the sense of, I heard that the servers were slammed. Absolutely slammed. I'm like, were they not expecting a big influx? Because a lot of people who choose never to buy it have cleared out their hard drives just to fit the game on.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, definitely had to clear some
They were
shit.
playing Tetris with their hard drives to fit the game on.
Right.
Are you excited that this is sitting on Game Pass, knowing that Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is coming into Game Pass next? What are your thoughts, Wolf?
Yeah, it's funny. I have a good friend of mine that I've been friends with him for almost 87 years or something, and he's got triplets. Okay, so imagine that life for a minute. Just stop and think about that.
Yeah,
They all love COD.
Yeah, they all have Call of Duty tattoos on the back of their head. No, so he doesn't have time to play these games. Huh? Yeah, exactly. I'll never be able to play games again. I'm just gonna tattoo my babies with game tattoos. I don't know. But yeah, so he has triplets. He doesn't have time to game a lot. So Game Pass is huge for him because he knows that the investment is actual investment of money is not going to be worth it versus the amount of time that he actually has to game. So he actually messaged me to either early this morning or last night, and he said, "Bro, Modern Warfare 3 is on Game Pass now." He's like, I never got into it. I loved 1, and now I want to get into 2, but I'm going to jump into 3. I might actually buy 2 now, just because he knows that the accessibility and the ease of access is there for him now. So a ton of people are jumping in that could have very easily bought it on sale, even for whatever. Somebody in chat said, why so serious? Says Mad Max sometimes is $2 on PC. Call of Duty has gone on sale a handful of times. People didn't buy it. As soon as it goes into Game Pass, something that they're already paying for, they're like, well, look at that. Would you look at that? There's the value in Game Pass right there. Yeah, it's crazy. To pull somebody who was like, yeah, I could have got it for like $25. $25 and you still didn't buy it, and it's coming to Game Pass, and you're like, I'm so excited now. It's amazing. I think it's great. And people are getting really excited for Black Ops 6 because it looks like this Black Ops 6 looks like the Black Ops 2 of 2024. I don't know how to, because the Black Ops 2 was huge. But anyway, yeah, that's my thoughts. I think it's amazing. It's incredible. It's to the point where, like, we all said for so long, eventually they're going to drop Call of Duty into Game Pass and all that, and then they finally did it, and people are like, wait, we were right. And then people are jumping on it. It's amazing. It's amazing. Well, but now no one cares, and the game sucks. It's going to get a 5 because it's on Xbox, right?
Right. Yep. Hey,
the Xbox tax, and now Game Pass tax, because anything that goes into that into Game Pass is Game Pass fodder, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's quite, I would say, a really good thing to do is like put it in before Black Ops 6, because if people enjoyed the experience and easy accessibility of accessing Modern Warfare 3 on Game Pass, then they're automatically going to be like, all right, I'll pay for this, I'll stick around for Call of Duty 6, Black Ops 6, and I will sub. There will be people who won't, because that's all they play, and it doesn't financially make sense to subscribe to Game Pass. But then you've got the people who want to play more and want to get into Game Pass, but they haven't been given a game that gives them a reason to try the subscription. And once they try it, and if they like it, they're going to stick around. And it might not stick around forever, but it's something to be like, I'm going to stick around to try this. And then the fact of the matter is, you do get a discount when buying games through Game Pass anyway, because of being a Game Pass subscriber. Yeah.
I will say, for me, I feel like this was so genius because they launched Modern Warfare 3 into Game Pass alongside Season 5, which is amazing. So for all the noobs like me who hasn't been around for the prior few seasons. It's not like you're jumping in the middle of a season or towards the end of a season. Everybody have a fresh slate. And I will say this, it's no reason my level 40 something ass in Modern Warfare 3 should be spanking all you 800 level. Listen, I got receipts, yo. And I'm so toxic. I've been going in the game chat. I've been calling people monkeys. I've been calling people all type of things. Like Call of Duty is back, baby. We're back. I've been dropping all type of slurs. I've been
jump into hypercharge
and,
with Rhetri, and then see if you'll be talking smack then.
Yo, listen. First of all, you and Rhetri jumped me in hypercharge. I'm not letting y'all get that off. Every time I looked up, Panda was somewhere weird by the chilling. Like they
I didn't even coordinate with them.
For all, or is Becky?
Yeah,
Becky was attacking me, yo. Galveston, like everybody I thought was my friends, exposed their true feelings towards me that night in hypercharge. I haven't been since. I haven't recovered yet. But
it's traumatic.
It's such a fun game.
It is. We definitely got to get another hypercharge session in, man. Definitely a fun game.
I still haven't played it.
Arguably better than Halo Infinite, which is crazy.
You need to.
It looks so cool. I was like, it looks so cool, man. Like customizing your toy character. Oh, it looks so good. I just haven't got it yet. It was a good time.
I will say this though. Modern Warfare 3 coming to Game Pass has changed my tune about Call of Duty. I've been like Call of Duty, I've always brushed it off. I haven't cared. Like if it's on sale, I bought. Last Call of Duties I bought was Modern Warfare 1 for like $19 a couple of years ago on sale, and Call of Duty Vanguard for like $30 a couple of years on sale. And I very much enjoyed both of those games. I didn't enjoy Modern Warfare 1 multiplayer. I loaded in one game, and a dude in a jar jigsaw mask was running around. Spawn every time I spawned, this fucking son of a bitch was there killing me. So I said, yo, I will say Call of Duty, get it together. The spawns in these games is fucking ridiculous. You spawn in and somebody spawning right behind you as an enemy. That's kind of frustrating. And that has been there forever.
Yeah, I was just going to say, classic.
I have been having a blast with Call of Duty. Like I said, I've been enjoying the campaign. I enjoyed the Modern Warfare 1 campaign. Didn't play 2, but when that comes to Game Pass, I'll play it. But I've been genuinely having a really good time. You know, it's sweaty, of course, but as Aim Down Sights for a fucking reason is the name of the show. So I've been fucking shit up. Got plenty of clips. Been having a blast. And, you know, I played a little bit of Warzone back in the day. And I always thought that the COD HQ, that app, was so fucking clunky. I'm like, yo, this is so clunky. This is so sloppy. Like, I wish every game was just this individual app. But playing Modern Warfare 3 has kind of changed my tune. I kind of opened my eyes now. I get the vision. I'm like, yo, this is dope. You got everything
horrendous.
But when the more you stay in the UI, the more it makes sense. I'm sorry. I never thought in my life I would be defending this clunky ass.
They don't have all the customizable things in one location. I'm like, why would you not put it
definitely
all like that? You have to go like press a right trigger or left bumper or something to get to the right bit to modify that thing that you want to modify. It's like
this is the first person part. This is a first party game. Let's dial it back a little bit. Let's not slander it.
I will slander UI.
Not on the air. Not on the air.
Come home because UI is like
they need
it's one of those things where if it's not streamlined enough, it's going to annoy the hell out of me knowing that I have to fight with it every time I get into the game.
I agree.
Once you're in a game, it's fine. But once you're not in a game, that's when you're like, I have to fight with this again, play tug of war. So I hope there is some improvements in Call of Duty Black Ops 6. I really do. I really do.
Yo. They really... I would love for Black Ops 6 to be its own app, but obviously it's not because it's already integrated into that. So, I mean, like once I got, maneuvered around it a little bit, I'm like, okay, I understand. It's not... I get it. But for noobs just coming in, it's like, yo, that's a lot to hit people with, like, right on your face. Because if you think about something like Apex Legends, I get that's a battle royale. It's not the same, vein. But even Halo Infinite, the menus is extremely clean and simple.
Mm-hmm.
Even a legendary edition of the Halo games, it's clean.
Even like, oh my god, Master Chief Collection.
Mm-hmm.
Very simple to switch through whichever Halo you want to switch to play. That is nice and pretty streamlined. Yeah.
So hopefully, like I'm with you. Hopefully they clean that up.
Just needs a little bit of tailoring.
Yeah, just a little love and care. Just a little love and care.
Well, they have the new omnidirectional movement system. Black Ops
Yeah,
6.
so excited for
Yes,
this.
yes.
That's gonna
And,
like
like-
overhaul everything.
Yep.
And
It's gonna be crazy.
And the fact that like you could like toggle on a thing where you're like it'll just mantle for you automatically. I'm like,
Mhm.
so all I have to do is aim my gun and shoot. Sweet.
Right, exactly.
Sounds good to me.
I'm not gonna put all those assists on. I actually like the tacticalness and like, but the omni movement, that I think is gonna be a game changer.
Definitely, I agree. That looks freaking dope, man. I'm so excited, yo. Like I never thought. Like I'm not gonna say I never thought. I guess I never thought me and my bros. You know, shout out to homie Lyric, Riz, Reese, Rhetri. I just all of us, right? I never thought me and my crew would be like Call of Duty boys because I stopped buying Call of Duty. Like I said, after Black Ops 1 and 2 back in the day, the OG Modern Warfare's. I just stopped. I disengaged, right? And just the fact that I'm back in here, I'm having such an amazing fun time with Modern Warfare 3. I get people who don't like it and they got their critiques and stuff like this. I got my critiques as well, but I've been enjoying the maps. I've been enjoying the new cell shaded maps for season 5. Now, even, I will say this: they shooting themselves in the foot. If you had a better UI, I probably would have bought the battle pass, which would have been dumb because I'm saving my battle pass purchases COD related for fucking Black Ops because I'm going all in this year on Call of Duty since it's going to be available to me this year.
Do you know what? It
Mhm.
sounds horrible that I want this to happen, but just because I love it'll just make me laugh to the end of time. But like with the omni movement coming in, it would just be so funny if there was like a glitch and it was like the exorcism happening with the heads turning around and like
Oh, you know it's going to be something.
I would just be like, that is the jank that I love.
Definitely.
It's never going to happen because they won't let that
Panda,
happen.
we need you out here in Call of Duty as well. I need you to have my back, man, because it's fucking try hard bitches out there, yo. Like, and let me tell you, sons of bitches, make duty great again. All you fucking weird
That's right.
Barney
Make
purple
duty great
skins,
again.
all them weird fucking skins you guys running on in. Like, nah. Because, like, fuck you guys running around in these fucking weird pink purple skins and this, that, and the third. Yo, every time I see a Homelander, yo, I done smoked so many fucking Homelanders, it's ridiculous. I smoke them every fucking time. If I see A-Train, I'm a fucking beat the
just
fuck
Web
out
Weaver. I just want Web Weaver with him spinning.
It's so weird.
It's
I'm
the
like,
same feeling I had with Halo
doing
Bunny
Fortnite.
years. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's like
All that soft shit. Listen, you can have all that funny looking soft shit, but you're gonna run into the regular degler Spartan like me in Halo. I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna knock them fucking bunny ears off your head. You run into somebody like me in fucking Call of Duty, a regular degler soldier. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna fuck you up. So keep spending money on the game. Keep wasting your money on skins and with no skill. You can't buy skill. That's what you can't do. You can't buy skill.
Yeah, you can't. You
You
can't.
can look good while getting killed by me.
I just want to quickly say thank you to everyone who is here on the ADS podcast. We all love shooting games, so that's why we're called what we are. And talking about games in general, sad news this week when we found out that I just died inside when I heard Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl will actually be delayed until November. So it was meant to be releasing in September. It's now been delayed to release the 20th of November. They are doing a deep dive on August 12th on the game, which I really appreciate.
Which was a plus. I really appreciate that.
I appreciate it too. What are your thoughts around the discourse around some of the community sort of upset and calling this a red flag as another delay? Because you've been playing through the trilogy, the original trilogy, which inspired Metro itself,
which is one of my favorite gaming trilogies of all time as well.
Yep.
It's right up there with Mass Effect. I love that trilogy.
Wolf, what are your thoughts on this? Because I know you're probably quite sad that we're going to have to wait.
I at this point in my life consider myself like one of those hardcore Stalker fans that are on watching lore videos and trying
in
to
your crane
together.
Watching for a video.
Yeah, it's literally. I'm like, can I go there? It's real, right? And they're like, goodbye.
Maybe not right now. Maybe not right now.
But maybe soon. Yeah.
Who's breathing heavily in the bathroom stall next to me? Just Wolf.
It's like, just let me in. Yeah, exactly. But so this news. So I'm in my mind. I'm playing this trilogy. I'm taking my time. Like I said, each game is taking me almost 30 hours to beat. Whenever you're playing a Stalker game, for anyone who isn't familiar with the series, if you can play these games exactly like you would play an old school Fallout game. because the game gives you so much agency. It's open world. It's as open world as it can be for the time period that it came out with the technology that they had. The third entry in the series, Call of Pripyat, is the most open. So basically, it's all open world, but you'll run into an area, and then there's a loading screen, and then another huge open world area, and that's how they all are. But so if you can play it like an RPG. Anyway, I've been getting so into the series, and I'm like, dude, there's only like 3.5 weeks technically at the end of this month before this game comes out. Like, it's perfect timing. I'm just about to be done with the trilogy. And the thing is,
you got too excited and they were like, fuck Wolf, let's delay it.
They're like, so Red Wolf is like playing the game. Are we ready for him? They're like, no, delay it. Delay.
Super excited. Let's take that excitement and just crush it.
Just shove it up his asshole. Exactly. Yeah. It's great. Yeah. So basically,
get it up there
real hard so he never forgets. And yeah. So
you can taste the uranium on their fingertips.
Exactly. I'm like, give it to me. Yeah. So yeah, when the news of the delay came out, I know, and a ton of people, someone in chat even said it earlier, that they believe that this has a lot to do with Call of Duty as well. And I think that's probably maybe like a secondary, like a tertiary thought that they had in the back of their head. But at the end of the day, the team, you already know what I'm gonna say. The team has been going through literal hell in their neck of the woods, so to speak. So a delay, and I've had back and forth with people about this. Like, a delay, they can delay as much as they want, and I say that about any game. You should delay the game as much as your publisher allows, as much as the platform that's allowing you to be on their platform will allow. Delay as much as you can to make the game better. This game is clearly, I think, done and has been for a while, but their polishing phase, that time frame, is much different from a studio that's not at fucking war. Let's just be real. So their polishing phase is, let's just say it's 6 months, whereas a regular studio it'd be like 3 months. Just a rough number.
And I mean, you polish, and then you might come across a new bug that you realize you need to fix, right?
Exactly. And those people, because they have so much to focus on, you have your head down into one project for so long, and you can apply this to anything creative. Music, if you're a musician, you're writing a song, and then you're the only one that has seen and listened to this song for months, and then you let somebody else listen to it for the first time, and they go, "Hey, what about this?" And you go, "I never even noticed that. That's crazy." Yeah. I'm just so in it. I'm so in it and so focused on it that I didn't even notice this little thing. So their polishing phase is really important for them, and they have a history of they're kind of like the Bethesda of Ukraine because they have. All right, Doom guy, can you? Doom, thank you.
Get that off.
Your
Red Wolf nutsack. Thank you.
I just say Red Wolf fancy playing with me. Sorry, I can't read that. Flying vegetable nutsack. Oh, okay. Yeah, here you go. Thanks. There you go.
All right.
You like that? All right. Anyway, so but hey, listen, you ask and you shall receive. But so anyway, as far as the polishing phase, so they're the Bethesda of the Ukraine is sort of what I'm joking, of course, but they were mainly on PC. The Stalker games were mainly on PC. And I'm sure you guys have seen like Stalker Anomaly, for example, which has been heavily modded. The community has just completely overhauled that trilogy to unrecognizable. You can't even tell that it's like Shadow of Chernobyl or Clear Sky or Call of Pripyat. And so the devs just allow that to happen the same way that Bethesda does, where they go, they're modding the game. Like, what can we really do to improve it past what they've already done? Now we can't take credit for what these modders have done. So there's that a little bit, but only people who are hardcore into the IP will know that kind of stuff. So Stalker 2 has to live up to what I guess what I'm getting at is, if you go look at Stalker Anomaly, completely fan modded, of course, off the backs of what GSE Game World has created. But if they don't make it look better than what the community has already modded, people are going to notice, especially the hardcore fans. So this polishing phase is really important.
And I think when you look at it, any sequel you expect to be better than the original. And if you're not delivering up to that, that's when you're going to have the community call it out. I mean, just look at Halo Infinite, especially with the multiplayer. And yes, it is now sitting where it is sitting, but they've lost so much of their player base to the point where I am, the only way I can play games is to actually play with people over in the States virtually. And then I have a disgusting ping rate, and it's just not a good experience for me because there's just no one really playing on the servers where we are. And so I think it's a good call out. But Nero, what are your thoughts on the Stalker 2 delay?
I was very sad. I was kind of sad, but I wasn't let down, and I didn't look at it as a red flag because, like my brother Wolf said, they got a lot going on over there. Like some of those dads have definitely lost friends and family members. So, this is traumatic. So the fact that they're still even pushing, they could have straight out said, yo, we just canceling the game. Yo, we can't do this. So it's indefinitely delayed. So the fact that Microsoft has been working with them and supporting them, I feel like Microsoft Technology Group don't get enough credit. They help with the polishing of Starfield. They help with Baldur's Gate when they did that bullshit saying that the Series S was holding it back. So I think that I agree with Wolf. Like the polishing stage is very important to them. Even people who went to the Xbox showcase said that when they played, it was a bit janky. Yeah, it was a bit janky. It was a bit buggy, and listening to that feedback, they probably said, "Yo, let's dial it back a little bit." And I feel like with all the support from Microsoft, the support from fans like me, and the support of a great lineup of games that Microsoft and Game Pass have coming, it's no need to rush this out. It's no need for this to be a situation where a great game is held back because of the performance and technical side of things. So I think it's a smart move from them.
I think it's a smart move. I am a bit disappointed with some of the community forgetting that they've had to move locations because of the war. Exactly. And so that has heavily impacted their development. People are making sure that they're with their families and everyone's safe and so on and so forth. And so they are the circumstance that is unlike any gaming development cycle we have seen in a very long time, in which they're an exception to the rule of, I guess, gamers who are really impatient, in my opinion, and just want a game. And I feel like if they delivered it in September, you wouldn't get the best experience. And for those saying like Eurogamers pissed off that it's been delayed, they probably are pissed off because they probably had a whole timetable planned out to deliver a review and all of this.
Yeah.
And now they're having to change things up and move things around. So it's probably
not just to review, Panda. They had a whole hit list. They had plans.
Well, I think they
probably played it at the showcase, seeing how janky it was, and they already got their 6 out of 10 reviews.
I really want to see them deep dive into like the UE5 tech stuff in that. That's what I really want. I don't care about anything to do with the game itself. That's the only thing I really care about coming from Eurogamer is the technical analysis piece around the Unreal Engine 5 game.
Definitely.
Or engine, but I'm quite okay with this being delayed. I think it's better for it to be delayed and it to be the right move so that us as gamers get a chance to make sure that we experience it the way they want us to. Definitely. Because we look at what CD Projekt Red had to go through to get people to buy back into Cyberpunk. And it was a lot of time and energy. And people always remember how that game launched.
And I will say this too, right? I'm sorry. This is just real quick. I will say this because it's embarrassing when games is being built from the ground up for PlayStation 5, the Series X and S, and they come out buggy or just underutilized. That's embarrassing for me specifically. Like I don't make excuses for Redfall or games like Rise of the Ronin. If it's not coming out on the base Xbox One and PS4, these games should be way more optimized than what they are. So, take your time, Take your time.
Yeah. Spider-Man 2, definitely a point that needed to be delayed. They would have never had Spider-Cube. It was the least polished Insomniac game that they've launched, and it's because they had this hard deadline and they needed to deliver, and I really wish they'd delayed it, because that game would have had such better reception from more of the community and probably would have had better sales as a result, knowing how polished the 2 previous titles were and every other title that Insomniac has delivered. I do really love You Fuck You for that photo. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It was just epic. It was just epic.
Love it.
But what are your thoughts, knowing that this game is going to launch in November, and we had that obviously leaked sort of time frame for Avowed launching in November, and we know that like Indiana Jones is meant to be launching soon, like in towards the end of the year. Do you think that this is going to potentially push like Avowed or Indiana Jones into next year? What do you think about the launch lineup for these games? What's going to happen in that space with this game being pushed back?
I think that this kind of stuff has to be approved by Microsoft to begin with. So whenever they come to Microsoft and they say, we need a little bit more time, is that okay? They say, I'm assuming, yes, we'll get back to you. Let's look at our calendar of releases that are set in stone.
Yeah.
And see where we can put you. And so they come back and they say, hey, you have a week in November, or at the end of November. Does that work for you? They go and they talk to their team. Is that enough time? Can we make that? Yeah, we really need to work on the acceleration with the aiming. We need to fix these texture shaders that are popping in and out in this one area that has a lot of particle effects, that kind of stuff. That's kind of all we need to do. If they have a handful of things that they really know will stand out negatively on day one. And then they say, you know what, this isn't going to affect anything else. I don't think Microsoft is moving any of their big titles. I think that what they're doing is just looking for the big gaps where they can fit Stalker 2 in, and make sure that they're getting out the best product to represent Microsoft as a whole.
Yeah,
I agree. But we also don't have dates for so many games. You think of Avowed, Indiana Jones, Flight Simulator 2024. You think of a lot of these games and you just don't have dates. So, maybe it is a little bit of what Panda said. Maybe move back. Maybe we will get a surprise. Maybe games swap locations. Who's to say that Avowed is ready to go in September? Where
Avowed got shifted into the UE5 engine, so maybe there might need to be some more work in that space. Who knows?
That as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Did we have a date for the Shattered Space DLC?
Nope.
It's all I need right now in my life. Actually, it's not what I need, because I literally have to force myself to stop playing Starfield whenever I stop.
Yeah, same.
Because
whenever I start, it's so tough. Yeah.
I'm I need to stop because my backlog's just going to keep piling up. I just can't stop playing it.
Well, you've got the Stalker 2 deep dive in the beginning of November. I mean, in August, right?
Yeah.
And then after that, we've got Gamescom, and Xbox is saying that they're going to have a big presence there. So I think that's when we're going to get a lot of dates for things.
Definitely.
And we'll find out if anything has been pushed back or anything like that. But that's where I think we're finally going to get all those coming through. I don't even know how to say that. Is it Adidas? Is that how you say it in the States? I don't know. Adidas? We say it's Adidas.
No,
it's Adidas.
It's Adidas.
All day I dream about sex.
Thank you. Celebrating 2 months of membership. Let's go. Thank you for 2 months. Amazing.
Yeah, much love to Adidas, man. Another one of our great supporters. Yo, shout out, like we said, shout out to everybody in here. Over 100 people. It's been over 100 for probably the last 40, 50 minutes, man. So much love to everybody listening and sticking around. I hope you guys enjoying the show.
Yep. Sorry. Throat's just deciding to.
And thank you again for having me on, guys. Really appreciate it. Shout out to Rhetri. Yeah, shout out to Rhetri. Hope he's doing good. Thoughts and prayers to, life stuff is real fucked sometimes. And you just gotta, this is an outlet that we all use to, sort of escape real life. And people like everyone in chat right now, you guys are the ones. You guys are the ones that make it even possible. So cliche, but it's true. These things are cliche for a reason, right?
I feel like you're gonna break out into, is it like Backstreet Boys or something? Or that's like You Are the One, like that song.
You are, yeah, exactly.
I was like, when is this starting?
Right,
Serenade the chat, Wolf.
I'm missing my sunglasses. Otherwise, I was going to take them off and do the
I
whole.
know. It's like it's so rare with seeing you without sunglasses.
People say they're like, "Why your hat looks so weird?" I'm like, "It's my hell face that looks weird because I don't have my sunglasses on my head. I lost them. I feel like I have a poltergeist."
But I mean, you just need to replace it with the Doom Guy doll, and you are sorted. Like you sniffing that Doom Guy doll, done.
I have to say this every time you guys mention Doom Guy. He can beat Kratos. I just have to get that off because that just have to be known. Like people have to acknowledge that. Yeah, we have characters that'll fuck y'all best characters up.
I have a filthy mind, so when I heard the word beat, I totally went somewhere else with that. He can beat Kratos.
XXX Panda.
It can be done. He's killing demons. He's literally killing like entities beyond the realm of the living.
Like this vice grip.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. He definitely he be gripping that gun.
So firm.
But I will say this, man. Also, definitely shout out to Rhetri, man. We love you, brother. Take as long as you need, man. We don't care if it's a month, a year, whatever. Your well being is most important. And I will say this too. Shout out to all of our fans. I feel like we have an amazing fan base and family. I don't even call them fans, just supporters and family, because I support those who support me. But would it just be me being me and Panda? It probably will be weekends that we will have to miss. Like, Panda have something coming up and it don't, like next weekend. I have a family reunion I'm going to out of town. I'm in North Carolina. I'm leaving state actually. So, if Panda say
guests, then I'll do the show by myself. If I can't, it might be a we will be back the week after. Yeah.
Definitely. So that's just what comes with, sometimes plans change. Things change, man, but we love what we have here. We love what we started here. And we're not gonna because at the end of the day, this wouldn't be possible without you, Rhetri. When you listen to this, none of this would be possible without him. Him seeing my vision, taking a chance on me, Panda taking a chance on me. None of this would be possible without him. So the hard work him and Panda put into getting this off the ground, we're not just gonna let it.
I'm gonna clip that. I'm gonna clip it. You gave me my flowers for once.
Hey, listen.
Rewind.
Listen, Wolf will tell you, man. I'm the technical guy behind the scenes. I got all this together. I pretty much did it all. He was like, "Yo, I never seen this type of software."
Anything.
I said, "Yo, just sit back. I got this. Like, I got this, yo." Rhetri taught me well, yo. But yeah, man. Definitely, yo. We love everybody that support us, man. So we don't want to give up on y'all because we know y'all wouldn't give up on us, man. So
and hey, listen, I can rent out my panel to this panel. And so, hey, listen, you got Assassin Entertainment who needs to be out there. It's my son.
He needs
so
to be on camera. He needs to be on camera.
Be on camera for once, exactly. And then you got DeMarco, dude, and you got Holly, that blue number, who's like becoming a celebrity in the space now. So she's been on XCast. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. So
nice,
shout out to them. So hey, listen.
If you come on here as a guest, you're not forced to be on camera. I identify as a camera binary male, so I don't feel the need. You don't tell me what to do with my camera. You don't dictate my camera.
Yeah.
So don't right. Nobody is pressured to be on camera.
But he does need to be on camera for Wolf's podcast.
He does. Because you have this big, this pink block on my fucking panel, which that's actually me. I need to change that because I used to have like a big like a black space with his logo on it, and it actually looked really nice. And I keep forgetting because I'm the best host in the world, apparently. So yeah, I'm great. It's great. Everything's great.
Unless you put it as a post-it like on your screen, you're gonna keep forgetting because ADHD brain.
Every single time I'm like, show's ready to go, and I forgot that again. And then 5 weeks later, and I forgot that again. It's great. Content creation
like that.
I mean, I don't know why Assassin hasn't just said it's your fault.
You should have. I mean, that is exactly what it is. Yeah.
Flip it on you.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Nero, you haven't had a chance to play Dungeons of Hindenburg. Have you, Wolf, had a chance to try that? Just released on Game Pass?
I haven't, but I will say shout out to Nico on Twitter. What's his name? I think it's just Nico, yo. But real solid Xbox centric X/Twitter account, and I've been seeing him post nonstop clips of Dungeons of Hindenburg, and I'm just like, yo, that game looks amazing, yo. Literally,
there is a bit of a slowness at the beginning because there's quite a bit of dialogue to begin with, and then they kind of give you a bit of introduce you to this bit, and then you go off and do something, and then they'll introduce you to the next bit. So they don't overwhelm you with mechanics in the game. I actually really enjoy the dungeons and some of the puzzles in there. I didn't realize I was going to enjoy it as much as I did. So I think it's a really good experience for those who want a bit of a palate cleanse, because I don't feel like it's going to be an overly long game. There's like 25 dungeons in the game. I've done 11 of them already, and I only started playing it like yesterday. So lots of fun. I do recommend.
So, are you saying
loading it up.
it's relatively it won't be like an overly long game?
I
Because
don't think it's going to be a massive game in any way, shape, or form. So it's a nice little sort of like indie palate cleanser type
I
game.
love that. And Flintlock is that to a double A degree. Like Flintlock definitely did not overstay its welcome. You can definitely go boss to boss to boss. And
but I'm going to play Assassin's Creed Mirage. That's my next game.
Yes, that's
it's great. It's so great. It's so great.
Yeah.
It makes you afraid of combat, which is the way stealth games should be. So because in the majority of Assassin's Creed and stealth games like that, nowadays Assassin's Creed, you're like, I'm gonna sneak because I think it's cool. If
I just used the Predator bow the whole time and just sniped everyone with the Predator bow and like Assassin's Creed. Like that's all I would do. Like I remember playing through like the original Assassin's Creed games, and you were like, "Fuck, avoid combat at all costs," because you could easily, if you weren't paying, like if you mucked up one button press, it was a just get
hit hard. Yeah, exactly. And that's how this one is. So you'll love it.
I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna love it. I mean, it looks gorgeous, and it's in vein with like what I fell in love with like in the original AC games. Like my favorite of the new series of AC games was Origins, because I love Egypt. Like I was meant to go there in 2020, and then the pandemic happened, and I was really gutted because I was going to go to like Jordan and all these places. Fuck you! Just gifted a membership. Thank you. Fuck you. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Fuck you. We really appreciate it.
Oh. And Whippin' X, you got the membership. Oh,
hey, we appreciate y'all.
Love it. But
look, y'all gonna get kind of all riled up over there. Y'all better stop doing things like that. You know how she get.
So, I mean, it's been something that's been constantly talked about over the last few weeks since Concord had its closed beta, and then everyone assumed that it was going to see a massive uplift in players with the open beta that went into like PS Plus, so everyone could access it. But it didn't do very well. What was its highest peak? Like maybe 2,000, 3,000 players.
Yeah, I think 2,300.
During the beta. What are your thoughts on Concord? Because I mean, even Helldivers 2 during their beta definitely had a lot more of an attachment rate for their game. Who wants to lead us off on that?
I mean, I guess
it's kind of flop.
It's a flop.
It's a flop.
You think it's a flop? Okay. Yeah. We've been talking about this nonstop. I even we had Paris Lilly on. Shout out to him. He's so awesome, man. Paris played the game, and he said that he essentially said that he had a good time with it. It has good bones, basically. And my takeaway is that this is such a oversaturated genre right now. And so the one big thing, the biggest takeaway with any hero shooter genre nowadays, the first question that I ask myself when I hear about another hero shooter is say, what is it doing differently than everything else than everything else is doing? So I look at Concord and I was like, this looks really, what is this? So like, we all watched the cinematic. We were all there, right? Game showcase. This looks like Guardians of the Galaxy. What is this? Like some kind of space. And then it's just a fucking hero shooter.
Remind me of Beyond Good and Evil.
Beyond Good and Evil. Yeah. With all the weird looking species and stuff. Exactly. Yeah. And so my answer to my own question is Marvel Rivals, whatever. That game is exactly that's a breath of fresh ass. It's a breath of fresh air. And Frag Punk too.
With the cards.
Yeah. That is the way to go.
Frag Point definitely looks unique as fuck, yo. That's what they thought they had with Concord. Like,
yeah, exactly. Like that is what I like to see with genre. Switch it up a little bit, because look, we just talked about Call of Duty. We have Nicki Minaj and Homelander and Call of Duty now because of what Fortnite started with the metaverse. It's like, so now everyone's trying to do what Fortnite does because these are big companies trying to make money, unfortunately, you know. So whenever we see a hero shooter, they go, hey, what are all the good parts of Overwatch? Instead of saying, let's do something original without
what are
trying to
you
take
doing
anything.
that's different, that's going to grab my attention and make me choose you over any other hero shooter? Yeah.
Yes, because I have so many options, and now we have, like I said, we have Marvel Rivals coming out. That game looks so cool because it is an actual hero shooter, hero PvP. It looks amazing, bro. I would love to see. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, not modern day Star Wars, mind you, but the games are great. Battlefront 2, the original Battlefront games with
Hey,
the
those
heroes,
Jedi games as well.
bro, in the Jedi games, dude, the heroes versus villains modes in those Battlefront games are amazing. Battlefront 2, incredible heroes versus villains mode. That could be its own game. Like let's bring some legacy characters in from a big IPs. You know, from what's the word? I'm trying to from help me, chat. What's the word?
Bigger franchises?
Franchise. Yeah, that kind of
Yes,
stuff.
sir,
Yeah,
yes, sir.
exactly.
I got your back, brother.
Thank
Yo,
you.
108 Dragon TV, yo. What up, Lemon? What up, bro? Hope you good, man. Hope you good, bro.
Yeah. So anyway, that's pretty much all I really have to say about Concord. It just I want to see. Fuck you.
Sorry, this is just for fuck you, everybody. No one in the chat take offense to this.
Yep, there you go. Someone's like, I'm accidentally offended. Sorry, I thought that was for me.
Only for him.
That's great. But anyway, that's what I say about Concord and hero shooters in general.
And Nero, what are your thoughts? I know you're saying it's going to be a flop.
Yeah, I mean, I think men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Nobody gives a fuck about that game. You know, it should have been free to play, or you should drop it in your subscription. Marketing has been lackluster. You know, I mean, you know, it just looks. For me personally, I think it looks all right. You know, as an Xbox gamer, I think it looks all right. I think if that game was announced at Microsoft Xbox Gaming Showcase, and we knew it was coming to Game Pass day one, whether it was free to play or not, I think people would definitely be excited for it. But Sony just doesn't have a good track record with even supporting multiplayer games over there. You know, you think about that vampire game that was over there. You think about
Destruction All Stars.
Yeah, Destruction All Stars, Foam Stars. They just don't support. The games don't even get to live long enough to see a season 2 or season 3 or season 4. They're not making it out of the concept season stage. So it seemed like they're definitely doing some cool things. Like they saying no battle pass. And I mean, shit, you charging $40 for a shooter, I guess kudos. Like it shouldn't be a battle pass, but
I mean,
you know.
my biggest issue, I guess, with so many of this is like when we saw Concord last year, it was just that like Concord logo with the sandwich or the burger, and then we got to see it this year with the gameplay and such. I feel like it didn't have enough time for people to build hype for it.
Definitely.
Because it's a new IP. Whereas like Factions getting cancelled, obviously people are invested in the Last of Us universe in that space, and they have the clout there, and they could have used that to get a lot of numbers across. And it's a different game. It wasn't going to be a hero shooter. And I agree 100% around hero shooters. It is an oversaturated genre currently. There's so many things that everyone's trying to vie for your attention. And that's just that genre. There are so many other genres within our industry, like the gaming community, gaming industry, all of that, that are vying for your attention, that unless you're doing something amazing, you're going to get lost up in and like just lost in everything else that's already happening. You need to be able to be doing something different. And I agree that they aren't supporting it enough. This game should be free to play and available on PS Plus immediately. It shouldn't be costing to play this game in any way, except for maybe skins and so on and so forth. Because right now, like Destruction All Stars, when it was initially announced, was going to be like a $70 game, I think. And then they made it free to play. And they put it into PS Plus. And that game still died on arrival. This game is DOA. What was Helldivers do that was something different? People who love like Starship Troopers, this was that for them, and it already had buy-in, and it looked fun as hell. And the fact that you've got friendly fire
Literally.
in there, and the bugs were in, and the concept. And Sony shot themselves in the foot with that by going, "All right, you need a PlayStation."
Definitely.
PSN account in order to play this,
Yeah.
even though people who didn't have a PSN account before had access to it, and were like, they
Mhm.
took their money on that, and that you've seen Helldivers really take a dive and have their community heavily
Into hell.
impacted
Yeah, took a
as a
dive in hell.
result. And Concord is one that it just feels like you bet on the wrong horse, and apparently they were like, this was one that Bungie also sort of helped them develop a little bit with, to deliver what they're delivering now. But it's so generic, and I feel like it should have, like, I know they're going to have story things, videos each week about a different character and all of that to build on your characters, but it's not the right time. And I know games take years to develop, and they've decided on what they were going to be developing, and then now it's out and they're kind of following trends and so on and so forth. But this was not it, and they've invested so heavily into live service games that everyone is asking for where the other games that Sony is known for and that Sony delivers. And you don't need a lot of live service games. You need to be one or two and then delivering everything else around that. And their portfolio feels like it's very stagnant and samey, and it's not diverse enough, and it's not giving gamers enough of a chance to go, oh, I want to try this, and I want to try this, and I want to try this, because I want to expand my horizons. And it just feels like they're not doing that. It's very vanilla, in my opinion. Shout out to the blue number. Welcome. You must have heard Wolf talking about you, and you joined the chat, so welcome.
Welcome.
It's DOA. Concord's dead, and I don't. It's sad. What's going to happen to that developer now?
You know what happens? Sony closed them down. The media doesn't say anything, and another fucking family just goes hungry because Sony are monsters and they just don't care.
Like, if this game had another year, it's got good bones, right? But give it another year to build off the bones and put some meat on that bones. That's what it needs.
And we see that a lot. I was going to make a joke earlier about games like Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk launched as an amazing game for its own standard as an RPG. However, it was broken in a lot of ways. Didn't mean that it was a bad game. It's just that there were so many hindrances in Cyberpunk that it didn't allow you to enjoy the game for what it was. So nowadays, and now look, shout out to Riskit for the biscuit, who needs Cold Eastwood a lot. Sorry. Y'all stop messing with me. So anyway, they're messing with me in chat. I forgot what that. Oh, sorry. So whenever a game, like you said, launches, it's got good bones, and then later on, it gets updates and whatnot, and it becomes a great game. Sea of Thieves, No Man's Sky. I mean, games can improve, but as it shits right now, Concord is not grabbing a lot of people. Lawbreakers, yeah, exactly. And the thing with Helldivers, I've always said that with Helldivers too. I think that the biggest benefit of Helldivers was them launching day and date, on PC. Because without that, people who would, as soon as you see a PlayStation exclusive, the majority of PC players go, all right, I guess I'll play that in a year. Looks cool, but whatever. They will wait. They're patient. They will wait. And so just like the people now looking at Concord, doesn't look like it's my thing, and it's not free to play, I will wait. And I will see what comes of it. Yeah, so.
Yeah, I agree.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's it.
What are we sitting at? Okay. Anything else you want to add, Nero?
No, I just, it's gonna fail. One day they will realize, can't every shooter last 20 years like Doom or Halo or Wolfenstein? Not everybody can own historically great franchises that has amazing longevity like Call of Duty as well. Sometimes you get your Concords and your Killzones and your Resistance that sometimes they're good games, but they just don't get supported. Sometimes you get your factions and your multiplayer Spider-Man games canceled, and Good luck to them though, man. I think it looks good, and I think that I think it looks good. I think at its core, it's gonna be, if not a good game, a decently good game, right? For a first attempt at a hero shooter. It's just the fact that Sony play fanboys and Sony gamers do not support devs. They do not buy games that's outside of the box. If it was free to play, guess what? It would be their top downloaded game whenever it drops. But the fact that it's $40, that's a hard sell. That's a hard sell. Should have been in the subscription service or something. So, I mean, this is self-inflicted wounds on Sony part. You got to look at those numbers and say, yo, we just going to take the hit, make it free to play, revamp the stories, make sure. I don't know.
And that's the thing.
I don't know. It's tough for them, yo.
That's something that I've been thinking about, because there have been a lot of rumors about them rejigging everything and changing it to free to play. What do you do about the people that have already paid $40? So let's just say that a battle pass is still what, $10, $20. What are you going to do? Give them 4 season passes for free over the next 2 years because they've already invested money? You know, PlayStation, they don't do refunds at all. Okay, like Sony customer service is so shit. Okay, it's so bad. And look, I'm not a console warrior at all. They have the worst customer service refund policy in the world. in the world, there is no way that they're going to allow Concord to issue refunds if they say, "Hey, we're going to redo our subscription, our payment."
The only way they're going to issue refunds is if the game got cancelled.
Right,
they
exactly.
Didn't deliver on the game. Other than that, they're going to hold on to the money, and once it releases, then you'll get access to it.
Right, exactly. So it's like, how would they even do that without Sony saying no? Because like Cyberpunk, hey, they removed Cyberpunk completely from the store whenever it was going through what it was going going through. You know, did they offer refunds?
Still have not forgiven them for that. I think because that was cruel.
45 minutes to get a refund on a pre-order for PSN. That's a little. Damn. But how many other people were also calling at the same time?
Well, that's the thing. Like, dude, I bought Hitman 3 years ago whenever the VR came out. I was like, dude, this is going to be amazing. So I didn't know that I didn't know that it didn't support motion controllers support. It only supports controller. So in a VR game, it's very weird. If anyone of you guys in chat who have played VR, you know that playing with a controller while you have a headset on is very not cool. And so I played it for like 4 minutes and I'm like, wait, what the hell? It doesn't even support. So I took my headset off and I looked up on Google, does this support this controller type? It doesn't. So I said, well, I'm just going to refund it. I've literally played it for like 4 minutes. Xbox will let you play for like hours and then completely refund it.
Definitely.
You can't. It doesn't even give you the option.
The moment you turn it on.
As soon as it's over, you're fucked.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know with Xbox, you actually get 3 guaranteed refunds a year. That is a guarantee fact. If you buy a game right now and you say accidental purchase or you got the wrong version, they will refund your money. Once you start getting to the 5 and 6 refunds a year thing, then it's like, okay, they'll start denying you, but it resets though, because then the following year, once a year anniversary from your last refund, if you bought some shit that you don't like, it resets. So it's very forgiving. And all around, Microsoft is just more consumer friendly, even from simple features like quick resume. You got Sony trying to sell people on the Kraken SSD, and it's gonna do this and it's gonna do that, but you can't even get simple next gen features. Like my entire life, I always wanted to be able to jump between games within seconds. When I was younger, I used to be like, man, imagine if I could have 2 discs in my PlayStation 2 at once. That would be amazing. Jumping from San Andreas to something like, it don't matter, a Sonic game. That would have been dope.
Are there 66 CD changes in your cars?
Yeah, right.
Oh man, I remember those. They would like come out like a TV tray, dinner tray, like spin around. Oh man, it takes me back.
I love it. People who are real young will be like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, the discs would literally come out like a pop out tray, and you would stick. Oh, it was so cool.
Or like depending on what it was, sometimes they'd spin it to the one you want, and you're like, "What's going on?" But
yeah, exactly. we had a 51. I remember it was a big stereo. I say big stereo system. My mom got it in like 2006, and it was a 51 disc CD changer, and so all the discs would go in straight. So whenever you would change the disc, it was just
And they would come out gay. No, I'm sorry.
and they would come out gay. Exactly.
That's fucking hilarious. This is a
She
good
just had
one.
to going straight.
Exactly. It's like, ooh, Marvin Gaye, my favorite artist. He puts it in. Comes
Every
out
CD
once,
comes
yeah,
out as Marvin Gaye.
Straight. Exactly. Yes. Everything. Marvin Gaye. Oh my God. Why does it say Marvin Straight on here? Anyway, great. It takes me back. Yeah, chat. You guys are awesome. I see
All
you
right.
guys.
Last thing I just wanted to call out because it came out. There was at the San Diego Comic-Con. Xbox got a series of awards. So they got Best Game, Hellblade 2. They got Best Console, Xbox Series X. Best Character, Senua from Hellblade 2. Best Value, Game Pass. Best Game Adaptation, Fallout. Best Ongoing Game, Starfield. And Best Multiplayer, Modern Warfare 3, that Call of Duty money.
Yes.
That's insane. Like, that's really cool. I'm really happy of just seeing that and just going, oh, like, finally someone's giving Hellblade 2 some flowers because it's probably not getting
Definitely.
flowers at the end of the year.
I was gonna say, Panda, we definitely got to do an ADS Game Awards show for the end of the year. Try to have like a nice little panel and just have everybody give their games, and we
Aim
can
and
like do
fire.
a chart. We should definitely do that.
We should. 100% we should. But were you happy to see some of those like awards at all? Because we're heading out. I'm about to put the Feed the Panda up on screen because I
Yes.
am hangry.
I'm right there with you.
But anything anyone wants to add very quickly before we actually head out? And
I think it was dope for, like you said, Hellblade to get their flowers. Modern Warfare 3, I think is a better game than people is giving it credits for, just from the time I've spent with it. But this is biased because I'm coming from somebody that got it in Game Pass versus somebody who bought it day one. But I think it's cool. I think it's dope to see, especially Hellblade. That game deserves all the type of awards that it should get, that it won't get, but it should. So anytime that game wins an award, I'm there to clap. So congrats to all those games that won something, for sure.
All right. Well, we're going to head out. I just want to say thank you to everyone in the chat. It is always amazing, and I want to say thank you to Nero, as per usual, being here as a co-host. And we've got the amazing Red Wolf Renegade. Tell everybody where they can find you, and thank you so much for being on the show this week. Really appreciated you agreeing.
Definitely, yo. It was definitely a pleasure to meet you as well, bro.
Yeah, you too, man. Seriously, yeah, really good to meet you, Nero. Like I said, I catch you guys. I can never always listen live to everyone's show, but I always save it. I have a playlist called The Day because it's my whole day. Because there are some days where I just can't. The weekends I'm so busy usually because I do videography. So in the wedding season and whatnot, everything takes place on the weekend, obviously. So I was happy to be able to make it this week. Really appreciate you guys for having me on. And it's like my golden rule. You get invited to a new podcast for the first time, you can't say no. So that's why I had to come on, even though I am very sort of out of it right now with the medication I'm on. It's great. It's a great time. So
those uranium fingers that you're still tasting from earlier.
Exactly. That's why I keep putting my head down because I'm like, yeah. So. It's got to get a little hit or uranium. Anyway. Oh, thank you so much. Arnie said he just subscribed. I really appreciate that, Arnie. Thank you so much.
Awesome,
and if you want to be like Arnie, if you want to be as cool as Arnie is, well, hey, FarQ, can you link my Our FarQ is, I'm just used to FarQ being a god
everywhere.
At being a moderator, because I know that if I try to link my channel, it's not going to work properly.
He's a moderator.
I don't know how to link.
So. I don't know how to link them either. Don't ask me how to do it.
I'm sorry, guys, but if someone could do that, that would be really helpful. Thank you, FarQ. So you can find me at Red Wolf Renegade on YouTube and on Twitter. The only Red Wolf Renegade on Twitter and on YouTube. So, hey, you can't miss me. I'm the Red Wolf guy. Okay? We have a weekly podcast every single Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Assassin Entertainment, Holly, that blue number, who's in chat right now, and Assassin Entertainment. I already said that. And DeMarco, dude, who we have 2 of those. Yeah. So, and I cover all things RPGs, a lot of Bethesda stuff, a lot of Starfield stuff, just anything that I'm interested in. I got a Stalker 2 video coming out, just sort of covering Stalker as an IP overall. Because I gotta talk about it, gotta get it out of my system. You know how it is. You do content too, Nero, so you know. Yeah,
it's gonna be good, especially when you get to watch the August deep dive.
Yes, I'm gonna cover that. It's gonna be great. So if that all sounds,
I look forward to that.
Yeah, thanks guys. Yeah, really appreciate everyone. Love you guys.
Love you too, and I appreciate you coming on. Nero, what about you? Where can everyone find you?
Real quick, thank you, FarQ, for linking Red Wolf YouTube channel. I just subscribed as well. Make sure y'all subscribe. Hey, FarQ, link mine as well. So you can find me on Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube. Everything is Next Gen Nero. I review games.
Find them in the club.
Yes, in the club as well. In the gaming club, the Gamepass club, the Xbox Coon club, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, man, I review games, man, trying to combat IGN. I just did a review for College Football 25 on my personal channel. I did a rant video about Apex Legends and the money hungry battle pass changes they did, which, 2 days after that rant, they reversed their decision. So I don't want to toot my own horn, pat myself on the back, but real media does real things. And I also reviewed Flintlock recently, man, which is awesome. Another great game.
Go check it out.
I plan on playing and reviewing Dungeons of Hinterberg. Might do a little something about Call of Duty. Got a lot of plans, man, for content. Like, my brain is all over the place right now. So many ideas and so many games keep coming. So, please, I'm close to 1,000 subscribers on my personal YouTube channel. I'm at 973 last time I checked. So my goal was to hit 1,000. I believe I started this year with like 800 or 6, something like that. And this time last year, I was sitting at like 300 subscribers on YouTube. So hard work and dedication is paying off, man. Next Gen Nero and everything. Panda, where can they find you?
You can find me at the Auckland Zoo in the Red Panda enclosure. They let me out once a week to do the show, and then I go right back in. It's almost feeding time.
I know. I saw you like eyeballing your microphone. I thought you were going to eat your mic.
Just go for it. No, I shouldn't have done that. Fuck you. Do not fuck you.
Get her, fuck you. We got to put you for next week.
He's just like
done.
Yeah, that's great.
You can find me on Twitter. I have been MIA on Twitter the last 2 weeks, and just MIA in general. I haven't even been on Xbox really, other than playing like Halo 3 campaign. Just because I've been really busy trying to get a good work non-gaming balance, because gaming, when you get stuck in gaming, it can take over your life a little bit. So I'm trying to claw back and have some like mental health time for me and such. But yeah, you can find me on Xbox, Red Dead Panda. You can find me Twitter, Red Dead Panda, and then I do have a YouTube channel, and I do intend to actually put up the two reviews I've got sitting in the background at some point when I am just not feeling overwhelmed. But thank you, everybody, for this great show. Like I said, if I can get plenty of guests for next week, we will do a show. If not, we will skip. We will let you know.
If not, we will be right back. I just want to say it is really good to be back with the community, man. We appreciate all y'all support. Thank you for sticking with us, man. Like I said, Rhetri, we love you, bro. We here. Been your boy Next Gen Nero. Love, peace, life. Shout out to my brother Yobi, man. Don't make me. Hey, I like keeping Panda hostage. I like doing this. When she get hungry, I like dragging on the show. So
guess what, though? I have control over the show. So.
You're right.
I'm just gonna go straight to the outro.
Straight to the fucking outro.
Cut you off.
But thank you everyone, man. We love y'all. Yo, please hit that like button, man. The goal is always 100 likes, but since we kind of redoing this, we Rhetri bald head bring in like 80 likes a week anyway. So I'm gonna be humble, man. 50 likes, man. 50 likes. Let's shoot that goal. Much love, yo. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah. share it out, enjoy, and we will see you again. Thank you, everybody, and thank you again to Wolf. Appreciate and love you. Amazing. Bye.
Yes, thank you. See ya. Bye, everyone.
See ya.